Just we got our atmosphere going. Anyway, gentlemen. Well, it has been a while since we have visited the Ninth World. Who would like to give a rundown of what we have been doing? Where are we right now?
Well, we went
Okay,
the Emerald Goliath, whatever that thing's called.
Yes. Jade Colossus.
The Jade Colossus. So we went in there, we went into a room, we fucked with something, and it teleported us to another location. Where we were in some big hangar. It was cold outside. We saw that there was a storm, a cyclone around a town that was being protected from the storm. So we went to it. We met some very strange inbred people. We met their leader. Mike wanted to. His character wanted to diversify the gene pool with his DNA, and me.
And then I caught one of the wolf things in the cave.
You did not, but you lied about it.
That's what I told him.
Yeah, me and Yuri's character went into the little outer ice area with one of the guards and hunted a couple of these big creatures. We killed, I don't know, 2 or 3 of them, and then we traveled back to the town. I think that's where we left off.
I think there was 3 leaders and 3 folk tokens. Then one of the tokens already went away because previous adventurers kind of messed up things, and that the space is unexplorable now. And then we went, me and Cherry, we went back to take a look. What was Cherry or Zigor that went with me? I think it was Zigor, right? We went back to one of the tokens.
Yeah.
We went back to the first token that we saw, that was close to the place that we came in from, and then we went after some of the wolf-like creatures. And then I remember me and Zero were talking about what we were supposed to do about the situation, and then we went back to the camp. The party was ended for the day, so we were going to take a sleep, but we were thinking about sneaking in the night and take a look around the tokens or statues.
Tokens.
Yeah.
You mean the pylons? Those. You mean the strange, tall, bronze, coppery, metallic structures that fence the area?
Yes, those ones.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I would call those pylons. And those pylons, those strange pylons, yeah, they have a weird, bright crystal at the top. They're glowing. They're quite tall. In the area where Zigor and Kilda were attacked and then proceeded to attract and chase down more black tusks, was a non-functioning pylon that had been broken. The townsperson who went with you explained that at some point that it's been broken some decades. It had something to do with the last set of strangers who had come to town, who had come into this isolated village. And so I think that at the end, after bringing back the Black Tusks, it was a tail end of a celebratory party that was being held for your actually for your coming to the place. They were excited, and I believe you guys said that after all that you went to sleep, or decided to go. I believe you guys were resting. I mean, one important thing is that the simple town guards who went with you, were very excited about the Black Tusks. They probably would have been excitedly babbling in their highly accented version of the truth, which is the common language of the steadfast. That these Black Tusks are going to make perfect clothing, that they'll be happy to actually take the fur and make something for you. More important, that it's going to be delicious when it's cooked.
Kai, what are the
And
what are the resting rules? I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. So the resting rules here, you'll notice, is that you have on your character sheet, you will notice on the upper right hand side, there is this series of
on the recovery. I see what you're saying.
Recovery.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and so so basically those recoveries allow you to take one a 1 round, a 10-minute, and 1 hour, and then a full 24 hours. So if you're the 28 hours is essentially an entire 28 hours of no action.
Mm.
So in this case, if you guys are going to go to sleep and if you haven't already, as you tick it, you roll it. So if you haven't already taken any rest, then you would be able to now, before you go to bed, basically take a 1 round, a 10-minute, and then the 10 hour.
So if you took a rest already, you only can take 1 rest a day.
Well, yeah. So it's like this: if you took an action rest, then you can take a 10-minute. How long it'll take you the next? And then, actually, it's a 10. So I think. So it basically escalates. So if you're taking your 10-minute rest, then you're rested, and you'll need an hour for your next short rest. And then if you've done the action, the 10-minute and the 1 hour, you can only do a 10-hour short rest, and then like a long rest at that point, and then it will refresh all over. So basically, you can take an hour, 10 minutes tonight, and if you want, without doing much, you have no pressing matters, you can go all the way up to 10 hour and then refresh the whole thing. Does that make sense, everybody?
So I can essentially rest 3 more times if I rested once already.
Yes, at this point, and especially because there's no hurry at the moment. Yeah, that's fine. But obviously, if the conditions were different, then you might not be able to take a 1 hour rest, or you may not be able to take a 10-hour rest. So, but under these circumstances, there's no limit. So you guys can click all the way up and recover, right? To stop all your things.
Okay. Oh, that's a D4. God damn it.
Yeah.
All right. 6.
Yeah. If you click it, it'll actually do it for you. Like it'll you see that when you click it, it actually tells you the points, and then when you click the next, it actually moves. It's an API. It actively shifts it up through your character sheet. Yeah, so you can do it. Yeah, so we'll say for 11 hours. Like now, after you're drinking, you're gonna have a lazy wake up and basically do nothing during the next morning. But you are being asked all sorts of questions by some of your hosts. Where you come from, why you speak so strangely, why you look so funny.
Why are you ugly?
Why aren't your eyes lazy or crossed?
Yeah. How come you only have 2 eyes and 10 toes? They think you're pretty, even though they think you're attractive, even though you don't have a hunchback. Seriously.
Well, we
Yeah.
wake up, and I would like to just go around seeing how people act with each other. If they still going to party tonight or afternoon. A
Oh,
chat.
I mean, the next morning, it seems that people get up, and there might be some people who are cleaning up this sort of central area where the main festivities were held for you. And everyone seems quite joyful and happy. Right? Some might be a little hungover from this full cider, full wine, fruit, alcohol that they had. But for the most part, you see people going out to the orchards because they seem to be ready to go to the orchards. Some of them have some kind of strange nets, it seems, and some very simple wicker wood traps. And so it seems like the goings on of a very simple village. Everyone smiles and waves at you. There are, if chowries about, there's or girls / women may giggle and wave at him. So everyone here seems in good spirits.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So when everyone is up, I'm going to talk with them alone when they're available, of course.
Oh, you mean the rest of the party?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. In the morning, essentially, when you wake up, because you're all staying in the same place, like you've been given a home. The host has said that their simple home is yours. They'll probably come in the morning and say that you can have breakfast with their family in the next dwelling. They're probably staying in one of these strange bronze sort of domes, because some of the buildings here are natural, and some of the buildings here seem to be some sort of artifact or numenera. I mean, artifact, I should say, in terms of numenera, in terms of something ancient. Strange bronze domes that have circular doors that react to people's touch. They have strange etchings on them. You can't really tell. You've never seen them. But if that's something that you guys want to do, at some point in the morning, that's definitely possible. They will serve you some sort of fruit. Some kind of simple bread. It seems that they will probably have some leftovers from the previous night. Some meat stew.
Oh, by the way, did I see what they did I saw what they did with the husks that we caught yesterday? Like they already peeled off and put it dry the skin. If they already started cooking the thing.
I think one of the guards, because at the end of the night, I think one of the guards must have, when you guys came back, probably called over probably said, wait here, I'll take care of this. They're not out and about anymore. Right? You don't know where they've gone.
Okay.
But if you inquire, there's a butcher, right? There's someone who's going to be a specialist, and anyone who you ask will point out where this man lives, and he will, he'll have a simple stone wooden house, and next to it there will be a stone sort of structure, and then you'll see he's out there butchering these things. He's now in the morning. He's skinning them, and he's already cleaning them, and they're hanging, of course, right, from the rafters on hooks. And he's getting them ready.
Okay, did I get back to the tent? To the house that we are?
Yeah, I mean, I think people have been laying about. Maybe people are eating the breakfast that was over. That depends what you guys want to do. Again, this is a very simple place. This is a medieval village. You can
Okay.
imagine. It's
Breakfast.
Guten Tag! How did you guys sleep?
On my back.
Oh, this is good, this is good. You know, if you lay in your belly, it's gonna be worse. So laying your back is pretty good.
So I can see him coming.
Okay. How did you sleep, Zigor? You seem healthy?
Zigor just gets up out of the chair. Yes.
Great. Brahim sits in the chair like, a little bit. Okay, I took a little of a look around here. Seemed like a normal place. But it's too suspicious. Now what are you gonna do today?
How about some breakfast?
Oh, did you eat yet? Oh, how lazy of you, Charlie.
I just woken up.
Okay. But I really think we should try to think about what we should do. You know what?
Wasn't there a like a shrine or a statue of some like guardian that they told us to stay away from?
Exactly.
Yeah. It might have been a good idea to go there in the dark, don't you think?
So, it's quite a day, so there is a lot of time till dark. I think we have a lot of time to do other things. Cher, you were here the last day during the festival. How was it? Did everyone seem normal? Or did you see like crazy things coming out of their mouths and etc.?
Yeah. No luck, if that's what you're asking.
Okay. But they seem just a bunch of humans. Not a problem.
To be honest, there isn't a lucker amongst them.
There's a what demon dance?
A looker.
Look.
One what has looks.
Oh, these. I knew it. Okay, who is it?
I think he means, Broomhilda, that there aren't any attractive people in the whole bunch.
Oh, that looker. Okay.
You'd think they'd be up for it, wouldn't you, with faces like that?
Okay, I thought it would mean like people that look at
And I
each other.
believe he is
for-
disappointed because he does not engage in coitus.
Oh, don't be so mad, Chari. You are a handsome boy, and I kind of give a punch on your shoulder that kind of hurt a lot. Poof. You will get some lady later. Lady's gonna love you. Look at you. You have no lazy eyes.
Not getting coitus makes me hungry. I could murder I forgot what they're called, blacktooth, is it?
Yep.
I could murder a blacktooth sandwich.
Oh, is he a brave boy? Yeah?
We just murdered a couple of Blacktooth.
And you weren't there.
Well, I think you'll find I murdered the blacktooth. I think I should try and get some spoils. Excuse me a moment, and then I wander out in search for some breakfast.
So you're wandering out of the home that you've been given as basically as guests to stay in, right? And so I just want to remind you that at some point, after you guys had woken up, that Ayo had, which was one of the three people that you originally met when you first came to the village, had popped his head in and said that you were invited to the the home where he was staying, which was actually just across the narrow, this simple dirt path where all the homes are in, and that there would be some breakfast, say some stew and some kind of weird, whoever, if anyone goes to eat it, some weird fruit gruel, and some fruit juice, and some leftover meat stew. So if you don't go, go ahead.
Come on, you two. Let's go across the road and get some of that stew. What we was promised.
Okay.
All right. So, what's going to happen is that after you say that, you are going to have a tremendous belch, Chowry, and you're going to feel the sickly sweet taste of the fruit wine coming back with a bit of acid reflux.
Better out than in. That's what I always say.
Activities. And so, yeah, I mean, again, if that's what you guys want to do, then when you come in this home, again, it's this kind of strange home. You're not really too sure, how it works, but there's a round door, and in the middle of the door, there's this round plate that has some etchings on it. After knocking and a bit and touching, it depends if you paid attention or not, but eventually you will maybe put your hand on a round plate, and then the door will slide open. Okay, Star Trek style door.
Blimey, look at that.
Disappear into the side of the wall. And then, you'll have when you do that, there will be a bunch of people in here. It's quite crowded. There must be at least a dozen people in here, along with the three people who you met. There's some children who are running around and yelling, and they see you and they giggle and they come and they touch you and run away, and they'll try and pull on your clothing, they'll stare at you and they'll laugh and hide. And so it's a big family sort of type of situation. And so I mean, you sit down and welcome guests. We are so glad to see you here. Please come sit, enjoy a bounty of our beautiful bardarak. And they offer you seats at the front of the table. And
don't mind if I do.
The women, there is a older woman, seems quite motherly, maybe a grandmother type. They sort of, dumping food for you and talking to each other. And this is just a very simple thing. They'll come to start chomping down on the food and asking you what it is. But in the middle of the conversation, in the middle of kind of all this, depending if you're asking questions or doing anything, the thing that's going to happen is that Ayo, which was, and here is why I believe Ayo, I said the older guy, that Reo and Yuma worked together, and Ayo had been an older guy. I think the older brother. So he leans over and he goes, as you can see, my family has been blessed with many children and grandchildren. And I'm hoping that Reo and Yoma soon have children too. But with such a big family, these houses are getting small. It would be really great if Ryo could get a new home, a new cottage, right, away from here, so his family can grow. He has stayed with me and my wife and my children for now some seasons. But you know, if he had some more stone, we could build him a new home. And he winks. Eat up, eat up.
There's something in your eye.
Oh, I know how it's problematic to have a big family. You know, I live with my grandmother Hita, my father, my mother Magnus Caroline, and there is Stefan, there is Wendy, there is Leonhard, there is Carl, and there's Serafin, there is News. It's a bit small, but it's not a problem. And then here he starts talking about his family, like free talking. Totally missing it.
He listens. He's fascinated once you start talking, right? He's like, are they all big like you? Like a giantess? Like, and you know, just random comments. And he's actually quite fascinated while you're talking. He's like, they have families like us. And he just come around and he calls the children, you know, listen to the giantess. Why does she talk funny?
Yeah. Well, okay. I go talk with this log, and when we finish, does anyone want to say anything before I do something?
Yeah, I prefer to be alone. Don't like crowds.
Okay. Okay, Kai, just make sure if I understood where we are in this thing. It's okay if I draw the map.
Let me pull up something for you to draw.
Okay, because I'm a little bit doubtful about the geography of the place.
I
just wanted to make a small draw just to see if I really got what you described to me.
Start page. You should be able to draw it.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah. Okay, I imagine this place like a not exactly perfect circle like this, and we got through this sector independently, and there are three pythons. You said, right? One here, and one here. And one of this, in this case, one of these two below, it's broken. So the place of one of these is already out of question for habitat, right?
Oh, okay, yeah. Let's expand on this a little bit.
Okay.
So you know, when you guys saw this valley up from the mountain, right down below you, this valley, once you get through the swirling storm, you know, kind of like, you know, this perfect sort of dome of swirling shell snow, it's over 3 kilometers long and about 1.5 kilometers wide. So this is big. And the fact of the matter is, it's surrounded by many, many pylons, because the distance between the pylons is 50 meters plus. So there's not just 3 of them. There's a lot. It's like a giant fence surrounding this area of these very tall.
Okay, so there's
30 meter pylons, and they're spaced about 600 feet apart, i.e., 180 meters apart. But there's a bunch of them, right? Imagine surrounding a pretty big, you know, in a kind of a circle. Yeah.
Okay, but we went after the Black Tusks, leaving this space which is full of snow.
Yeah. So what happened is, you kind of went back in a direction where you would come from. You know, you can imagine the village is a little off center, but the village is kind of in the center, surrounded by orchards. And when you went to this other area where the Blacktooths are, I mean, I would call it northeast east-ish of where you came in, something like this. It's just in an area. It was sort of back where you came from. You had to leave the village and kind of go north, and it's like you described. That was a wide area. And so imagine if the pylons are 180 meters in between them, then that was like soccer field work of an area where the snow was starting to, this weird mineral snow were starting to come in more. So it's a break in the protective fence, which is why you were attacked by the Blacktooths, because the guard you were with basically told you that it was dangerous here, and that's why they had to have guards, because this area, this part of the fence had been broken for a generation.
Okay. So we now go with the place where it's broken. There's a lot of things.
But it's like 3 kilometers long, and so it's more like an oval. It's a perfect circle. It's you get the idea.
Okay. Where were the place that they told us not to go?
So you can sort of see it off in the distance. And so what it is, again, this valley is quite green, of course, very different from the surrounding area.
Mm-hmm.
And that there is the north, near the edge of the valley border, is what you can tell is some sort of ginormous bronze statue of a multi-armed humanoid creature with a glowing blue crystal where its face should be. It's up along the incline going up of the valley, right up towards the mountain. You can't see, and you haven't seen what road or path would take you there.
Okay, and there's 3 of them, of this statue?
There's
Or is
one of them.
Okay.
There is one single building-sized, i.e., like apartment, New Sao Paulo, 20-plus story, huge bronze statue of a multi-armed humanoid creature.
Okay, really tall,
With
really
a
tall.
glowing blue crystal where its face should be. It is a ginormous fucking structure, relatively speaking to everything else around here.
Okay.
Which is why you can see it from far away.
Was there a waterfall anywhere?
There are some small streams that are flowing, so maybe there's a source of waterfall side of the valley up in the mountains.
Okay.
Where you came from.
Okay.
Because you guys walked here. The mountain range extended north and south. To the east, the mountain range extended upwards towards ever-increasing, forbidding, sharp peaks. To the west is where you came in, down the mountain slopes towards this green valley that was surrounded by a weird white distortion in the air, which is what it looked like. This weird fog, which you now realize is this dome of this fake snow material.
Okay.
Yeah, does that describe? Let's see.
Remind me, Kai. What was the terrain like outside of the dome?
You were going to freeze to death.
Right. Okay.
You were going to freeze to death quite quickly. Every 10 minutes, you were losing might. So
Okay.
it is an Arctic alpine condition outside of this weirdly protected alpine valley. This is an alpine valley. Like, you're still up in the mountains. This is the valley will continue. I mean, this is like some kind of strange Norwegian valley up in the mountains. You would, if you left
Okay,
this
so
valley, you
it's
would probably still keep it going down and down towards wherever sea level might be. But you don't know how far you'd have to go.
okay. So the mystery. Sorry, because I'm trying to remember everything. Okay, the mystery is that eyes are missing. They told us not to go outside or to the other place that have been vandalized. We have no way to get really out of here. And they are inbred. Okay, that's a medieval Habsburg. Yeah, mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
don't know if
yeah.
you guys remember that creature that came to visit us and talk with us.
I don't remember.
It was that weird creature hovering around.
Yes. So what happened was that, yes, I know it's been a while. So remember, you guys, again, like Anthony said, you were teleported to seem to be a strange hangar, like airplane-sized hangar assembly high up in the that was full of, looked like they were missing equipment and sort of plugs and stuff. It looked like it had been ransacked at some point, but it definitely had interfaces for equipment and was clearly some kind of teleportation device. Because you ended up here wherever you are, you have the awareness. And then you came down here past the pylons, and you realize that these pylons are creating this strange protective fence against the cold, because it's 20 degrees up in here inside the fenced out area, whereas it's, I mean, I'm saying this in Celsius, well, it's, -10 outside, or colder with wind chill, right? And here, the wind's not even blowing. It's like a pleasant summer day in Norway, right? And so that's, this is the problem. And they never told you can't leave here. They've just said that, be careful because it's very dangerous out there. And it's more like, wow, who are you guys? Fascinating. Why don't you stay with us? As a matter of fact, one of the other things that I would actually argue it's saying that it's, you guys are conversing, and while Milda, you're talking to Io, he basically suggests to you is like, if we gather enough stone, we could build 2 cottages. Cottages for all 3 of you. Or actually for all 4 of you. All of you could stay here. Why don't you stay? You'll be welcome. Of course, he says this in his strange accent.
Stone from then?
Hmm?
Where is it you get this stone from that you need to build these cottages? What you're talking about?
He says, we there are stone outcroppings up at the edges of the valley, the incline on the hillsides going up towards the mountain. And you kind of remember, where you were walking, where you were walking down, it was coming down from the west, from east to west from the mountains. Yeah, I mean, that lip of the valley is rocky. Like there's rocky outcroppings and stuff.
So not in the same direction as the big statue then?
It's like, well, maybe there's there's probably rock there too, but the elders say we should only go there for when we must give praise to the icon. And that is the answer to Anthony's question. The strange inhuman creature that was floating on a kind of a bronze-like chair, looks like the same material that the pylons are made from, and that this strange geodesic dome, this dome that you're in, was floating in this weird spherical chair that had some glass, hood on it, vertical metal pole sticking out of the bottom that wasn't quite touching the ground. It was floating, and whatever this person had been, if it was human, I mean, you're not too sure because it looked like some combination between a caterpillar and a lobster, with a, Alice in Wonderland, fat, puffy, human-ish face that could talk to you in the strange accented version of the truth that this village speaks. It was one of the great elders who welcomed you, if not all of them. I think it was maybe all of them, and they all kind of spoke in sequence like some kind of mind meld situation, and they welcomed you here, but reinforced that you should not go to the icon.
Okay.
And we speak the truth as well. It's our language, isn't it?
Yes, it's your language. It's just they have a really weird
Dialect
of it. You can generally understand. They might say some words here or there that you don't know what they mean.
Like Americans not using English properly, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
that's a problem. That's complicated. What you might say.
Like as if anyone outside of Hull can understand what people in Hull say. Or as if anyone outside of Hull would care what people from Hull say. But anyway, yeah, I mean, it's like the great variances in accents in the British countryside.
Yeah.
What would be the most indecipherable Midlands accent to you, or what's the worst one?
The worst ones are Geordie or Scouse or Glaswegian, so like Newcastle, Liverpool, or Glasgow.
Yeah, those are urban. I need some like crazy, like a really. I've heard some crazy British accents. Which one would be a really tough British accent?
Glaswegian is probably the hardest, but it's technically a separate country, isn't it? But Newcastle is pretty difficult.
Yeah, so it would be like some really difficult old.
Well, to give you an idea, my wife can't understand my parents.
I'm sure she feels lucky, but but is that because they're from Newcastle? Because they're from Hull?
They're from Hull, yeah. So I mean, Hull is bad enough. Newcastle's even worse.
Yeah. Okay, but seriously, so yeah, it's like this really strange. Of course, the part of the steadfast that you guys come from, and one thing I need to get is probably a map for you guys, but it's a pretty civilized area. The steadfast is the most civilized part of what is Numenera. So everyone has slightly different accents because there's multiple countries in what's called the steadfast, but it's obviously this village has been isolated for a long time.
Well, they just start making up their own words for shit.
Yeah. Yeah, every once in a while they just say something you don't know what they mean. Or they have a phrase that you just don't understand.
Yeah, that's amazing. Really good. Well, I'm going to offer my help to build a house if they need.
Okay.
If you plan to today.
And isn't there some sort of like creature that everybody is afraid of? That lives out in a cave somewhere?
Well, indeed, yes, this is correct. Because what happened was the simple guard that you went out with last night, told Zigor and Bravshilda that not too far past the area that is broken in the the icon's protective shield, that there is a cave that has been overgrown with icy growths, like some sort of freakish spiky castle. He said that the elders say the last time such a thing appeared near the village, it meant that dangerous creatures called ice weavers had to the area, and they soon would start attacking villagers. It was another one of the reasons he was rather cautious when you guys decided to try and hunt some black tusks. He said that Also that you should be careful because such beasts can freeze your blood and to make your body like ice.
Okay. Oh, I still offer my help for the day if they need it.
Yeah, I'll give you a hand building some rock houses. I don't mind.
I will not.
Come on, Zygo. Get with the fun.
Unless I can
What,
do it with my
Sheridan?
mind.
Let the boy be what he wants. He wants to read books. He can read books.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't read my mind. Books is fine, but my brain is someone else.
It's okay. You're gonna be remembering Hilda. It's gonna be all okay. You're gonna have fun reading things, right?
Should we go and find some rocks then?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Who told us that someone needs? Rio is the one that needs to build a house, and he's living at Yoma house. Or are you?
No, well, you seem to have. It says Io, Rio, and Yuma are in this other person's house. There's another kind of male that Io seems to be talking to, and Rio and Yuma are sort of there,
Ah, okay.
staring into each other's eyes. And then, if any of you who says to Io that you'll be willing to help, you call out loud and go.
I'm assuming Yoma is a sister.
I mean, yeah, there's, that these families are big families, all sorts of siblings. There's a sister there.
All sorts. Okay, I am off building houses.
Okay, so it is Friva, the sister of Yoma. But as soon as you say that, Io sort of calls out, and he seems quite excited, and he calls over to Ryo, and he says, "Yeah, the great and mighty strangers, they are going to the outsiders. They're going to help us." And Ryo gets excited, and he's thanking you. He's very effusive. He's like, "Oh, they will not be outsiders soon. They will stay. They will stay." And he says, "Come, oh, great. Oh, Yoma." And he comes up and he kisses Yoma and says, "The strangers will help us build our new cabin. Oh, the great icon has sent help. Oh, all praise the icon. All praise the icon. Great and mighty protector. Mighty protector." And other such very religious, sayings. They all start sort of like praying and singing for a while, and they're like, "We will teach you the song." And he's trying to like teach you this kind of strange dirge-like song for the icon.
Would this be a good opportunity to go up and give praise to the icon at the icon statue? It seems very fortuitous moment.
Oh, not yet. We have finished building the cottage. Then the cottage will need the blessing of the icon. So then we will have the icon blessing ceremony and the raising of the stone and the giving of the thanks. And the great icon will shine its great blue light on all of us. Oh, icon be praised. And bless our home that it may last forever, and we will have many children who will be blessed by the great icon.
Yeah, many children.
The icon be praised. And Yom is happy, and so the Friva comes over, and Friva is slightly younger than Yoma, and she comes up and says, "Oh, I have not met the stranger yet. Oh," it says, "so I saw you all from afar. I was nervous to speak to you, but I was afraid that you would not accept our ways, but I see that you are good and that you will stay and you will be part of us, part of part of the great family of the icon. And she smiles. She, of course, has a unibrow and a very large nose.
So Chowry tries to kind of dust off his robes and tries to kind of smarten himself up a bit.
He
Please
smiles.
to meet you, Freeva.
Her wandering eye is distracting, but she smiles agreeably up at you.
Why?
All
Don't you look
72 of her teeth.
Okay, Frida, you're very welcome, but I didn't promise anything, okay?
What do you think, Brunel?
Oh,
Think she's a specimen, do you?
well, I hope you all stay. You will be very welcome. And you can build more cottages, and you can all have and join us in the great worship of the icon. Maybe you too will have children.
I hope you guys have got a lot of stone, because I plan on constructing quite a lot of erections.
Me and Brohilda laugh at that. Okay, let's press the sun.
They clearly didn't understand what you meant. You know, innuendo went right past them.
Thank goodness.
Well, I mean, yeah, you know, you guys can do whatever. If you're going to go gather stone with them, then they are going to gather up a bunch of other villagers, and they'll start getting some parts ready. Like, you know, he says, "Oh, you stay here, and I will get the rest of the stone gatherers ready. We will get the stone gathering tools and the cart, and then we will sing the song to the icon that he may bless our stone gathering, and then we will go to gather the stone given to us by the great icon. Oh, great protector of the valley. Oh, bless the icon."
And Chowry tries to sing the dirge that he's been taught, but does it really badly and out of tune.
And as you do so, then Friva, the sister of Yoma, sort of she smiles and she goes, "You don't have that right. Maybe I can teach you. It's like this." She starts paying attention to you.
When she starts singing, I cover my ears and maybe teach me later, darling.
And so, all right. And so, Zigor, what is your? If Chowry and Hilda, eventually they're going to leave, and Chowry and Brother, you will be taken to a rock field. I would say off to the east, and to help. You came from the west. Actually, no, out to the west towards the other end of the valley. I would say away from where you came. You'll follow a river and pass some orchards into the small stream, and there will be an edge of the valley. The valley now is inclining down. That's the part where it ends, and there's some more rocky outcroppings there. Anyway, so yeah, they definitely allow you to go with your weapons. Yeah, they are. They basically say, well, maybe it is the valley should be safe, but there are always black tusks. Ever since as long as I have lived, as from my father's time, the icon's protection has been taken away. The icon was made angry by strangers who did not respect our ways, not like you. That is what the elders tell us. That is what my father told us. For before my father's time, all was safe. And all the men, they have to, all their lives, they've been having to protect black tusks. Talk about how black tusk attacks, black tusk injuries, how much they like eating black tusks, and how
Fried black tusk.
yeah.
Black
Yeah.
and black tusk.
Yeah.
Is there anything else to do
Black
around
tusk,
here
black tusk,
that
black
doesn't
tusk.
involve black tusk? Just a quick question.
Well, actually, while you guys are walking, you do see that there are groups of people that are out by the orchards, and they seem to have been gathering eggs, because you saw that some of them grabbing eggs out of the grass, and it seems that they had caught. You had seen one bird caught in one of these wooden traps.
Did you say they had taken eggs from the grass?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
And if
I
you
said that.
ask, they say, yes. They say some weird name. They say they nest in tall grass. Their eggs are very delicious. And sometimes, for special treats, we will catch them and roast them on a spit.
Okay. Okay.
And yeah, so essentially, yeah, you guys are going to end up, I'm going to go over to get to Anthony, but you're going to end up freaking gathering loose stones and rocks to carts and bringing them back and forth. And you'll pretty much spend the whole freaking day quarrying rocks. But, everybody you're working with, even these men, the men folk, they're all quite happy. I mean, they're afraid of you, though. I mean, you notice that, Brunilda, you could just take, massive rocks and move around, and they're sort of clearly impressed and not disturbed by your massive strength.
It is massive.
And so during this period of time, what is Zygor going to do?
Zygor is going to go investigate where the elders stay.
And so,
Not going directly there. I want to make circles around it before I.
Yeah, I got you. So, if there's one location that's a little back from the maybe the main village, and that seems to have the greatest amount of distance between it, is a large, probably the largest of these like domes.
And who occupies that though?
Yeah, if you ask around, some go, "Oh, that is the home of the great elders. God bless the elders and their great wisdom. Oh, they have led us forever. My father's father speaks of their wisdom."
Who takes care of them and brings them their food, cleans their abode?
The elders do not require food. They are wise.
What about cleanup?
What did you say?
What about cleanup? Nobody goes in there and cleans up their home.
Oh, well, uh, when the elders wish, there is a choosing ceremony for those who should wish to attend to the elders. Yes,
And what happens to these people?
the chosen ones.
Yes, the chosen ones. Got you there.
All right.
He's been taken by the chosen ones.
Discord's looking terrible right now. There he goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be right back too.
Okay.
Do you think I have time to make a sandwich?
That pretty much stands depending of how the internet of the guy's internet. Maybe. It'd be a sandwich if you're gonna customize with some lettuce and tomatoes, which is like ham and cheese and a bit of mustard and ketchup.
I'll go make a quick sandwich. I'll be back in a second.
Okay. It's okay. We're picking rocks right now. Kai.
Hello.
Kai.
Guys hear me?
Oh, I can hear you. I can hear you now. Okay. Try again.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Thank you. Okay.
Okay. So, guys. All right, Anthony. You the last question you asked people.
No, he's not here. He just he went to do something really quick. He come back in a minute.
Gotcha. Is there anything particular you guys want to ask people? I mean, you have plenty of opportunity to chat with them.
I think all the questions that I had that were made. The most problematic thing was just picking up things and understanding the geography of the place. But I think now that I make this draw, this beautiful made draw, I think now I got it. And by the way, Michael went to do some sandwich.
Yeesh, okay, yeah, right. So that I would say that basically we have here is right. So is this supposed to be the mountains you came from,
Okay.
or is that supposed to be the mountains you came from?
Okay. So the valley is on the right side. Okay, great.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, right. Okay. So you came. So I'm gonna say that then.
Okay,
Yeah.
the valley.
Shit. Yeah. No. I'm asking to make sure that I know what you've drawn, right? Because it said that the mountain range was north to south, and that you traveled west of the mountains to get into the valley. So then, if this is north and that is south, then this is the mountains you came from. You would have traveled west. And that's
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Titan is over here.
Yeah. No, it's fine. The Titan is there. That's north. Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's totally in the north. That's what make sure that's what I'm trying to say. So
Okay.
that's huge.
I'm back.
So I'm just going to say that's the title.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Mhm.
So Kai, I was asking what happens with the chosen.
Oh, well, the chosen ones are chosen once every 12 moons. And it is their job to take care of the Eldars, rather to do what the Eldars so wish in terms of bringing them water and things. If you wish, and once you become part of the village, you too can have the great honor of becoming one of the Eldars chosen.
What happens when the 12 moons are done with their service? What happens to those chosen?
Oh, well, they are. We will give them a feast, and it is the feast of the choosing, and then the chosen ones will help to choose the new chosen ones, and give them the symbol of the chosen one. It is a beautiful, and it starts describing. It is a yellow, a great yellow sash. It is embroidered by so and so, the village. It is the great symbol of the chosen ones.
So those chosen ones have to eat, yes?
Yes, of course, the chosen ones eat. Yeah, they are just like us.
So when do
All children wish one day to become one of the chosen ones. It is a great honor.
who brings the chosen ones their meals?
Well, good question. Well, I suppose it is the chosen ones' families who bring them their meals. It's their responsibility to feed the chosen ones.
And how many chosen ones are there?
There are 3 chosen ones. It is Danica, Leyland, and Barrow.
Oh,
If you should wish to meet them, hmm, they are normally with the elders, but well, perhaps I can take you to talk to one of their families, and that you can help the family deliver food to them.
yes, I would love to do that. Let us go
Oh,
meet one of the families.
yes. Well, they may be out in the orchard, but I think they. And he says a name. He says, "Oh, well, she'll probably be there cooking. So yes, come along. I'm sure they'll be happy to meet you, oh mighty strangers."
Yes, I'm sure they'll be
Yeah,
happy
so
to.
this person just takes you to a random, he's still kind of just. I mean, there's not that here in reality. And outside, there's a bunch of children playing. And there's probably a young teenage girl who's doing the wash, and a young teenage, boy who's cutting some wood. Again, it's very rustic here. The village isn't that big. I said it's about 200 people. So, excuse me. Yep. And then the person you're speaking to, is an older woman, grandmotherly like, stout, a face that has clearly been in the sun, ruddy and wrinkled for her entire life, but healthy. All her teeth are there, crooked as they are. Her eyes are bright, which you can clearly see. And, the excessive growth of hair out of her ears suggests that she can still hear you. And she brings you along, and she says, "Oh, the mighty stranger has come. He wishes you are lucky today. He wishes to help bring you the honor of bringing food to Leyland." And she sort of goes into the house, starts talking to some other woman, older, who's cooking, over a central fire in the middle of this simple cottage, big pot, just stirring, and she smiles. This one says, they start talking, and it's like, "Oh, this is like, I poke you. You are so strange, stranger. Oh, forgive us. We have never seen anyone like you. Oh my." This woman says, I remember. This is the older woman. He says, must be the grandmother. He says, "Yes, do you remember the other strangers who came? Yes, when we were children they came. We saw them. They did not look like you. But they did not," says, "they went to the icon. They never came back. They did not listen to the elders. So sad. Much trouble they caused. Oh, but come." Whoa. And she's like, "Oh,
Wait,
let me show you how I cook." And they start like blathering stupid shit. This is just like, now they just start,
So while they're talking over the pot, I'm going to ask if she remembers exactly what the strangers did.
Well, they came like you, out of the west, out of the mountains, yes, and they're sort of talking to each other. Basically, sort of cackling and laughing and talking about how one of them was more attractive than her husband. To tell anyone that.
Of course he is.
That
Because one of my friends says that there's not a good-looking bunch about you.
that's not true.
You bastard.
We have many beautiful women here. Well, I was the queen of the harvest one year, wasn't I? Yes, 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 yes. Well, but I was queen of the harvest later, but I was better. And they start arguing with each other. And they said, well, anyway, these strangers, they came out of the west, up from the mountains. They didn't know how they came here. These they were strange, not like you, strange differently. They spoke strange, like you, but not like you. And their clothing was strange. Again, not like yours, but yours. And they stayed here a while. We welcomed them to the village, like we welcome you. And we're hoping that they would stay here in Barak. But they would not listen. The elders told them that they should not go to the icon, for it was dangerous. And of course, it's dangerous. You see, one cannot look upon the underworld with your own eyes. For the underworld spirits, they will take you to the underworld and never let you leave. Yeah. I remember because they left. There was much arguments. Our fathers were involved. Yes, told them not to go. They would not listen. I think there were some. Even our fathers may have raised uh, great protective staffs against them. They were too strong. Well, they left to the icon and were never seen. Taken to the underworld, and the icon was made angry. The earth shook, and rocks fell from the sides of the valleys. Oh, and cottages broke, and roofs tumbled. And then the pylon, the great protective golden rods. This is what happened. Oh, and my father would tell that of his father's father told of another group of visitors who came in the time of my father's father. They stayed, but for maybe a 10-day, and then they continued west down the mountain and were never heard from again. I only know of those two, and now you are the third group of strangers who has come. But unlike the others, I am sure that you will stay.
Did the
Hey, the icon
elders
bless
go?
you.
Did the elders go to the strangers when they went to the icon?
No, 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 no. The elders said that they should not go. They would not listen. The elders, I would have told them not to go, as they have told us all our lives. Oh, I am sure that the elders would not have wished to have gone to the icon themselves if it is not a time of ceremony. Oh, no. The elders would not have gone. The elders warned the strangers, but the strangers would not listen. Well,
And
the
those
strangers
strangers have never
are
been
powerful.
seen again.
Never, never.
Okay.
It is said that the strangers, powerful, the strangers, they look at each other. Essentially, they basically say, even the eldars gave way to the strangers and let them do as they wished. So said my father.
Guy, do they have any like simple machines in their home?
They have like it looks like one of them makes textiles here. So they have a simple loom, right?
Okay.
And this is
But it's
these.
not mechanical.
Yeah, I mean it's mechanical in the sense it's made out of wood, but is there a lot of metal working here? Not a lot.
So like this home doesn't have like the one toaster in the entire village, right?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
These people, this is definitely like
Little
a
house on the prairie.
yeah, Little House on the Prairie. This is a very basic stuff here. It seems that they might have some metal working, but doesn't seem like there's a lot.
And the weapons are mostly wood, right?
Yeah. These people have very very simple lives. Very simple.
Ask them like, do the elders treat everybody okay? Do the elders ever punish anyone?
Oh well, there are wayward children and those who do not listen to the elders. Um, the ones who have disrespected the icon. Uh, Sometimes they, the chosen ones will lead a tribunal, and they will be brought before the elders and the chosen ones and the village. Discuss punishment. Oh, this is where our children are good, and we're all respectful of the great icon and the elders, for they are wise, the wisest among us. Why, they were alive before my father's father.
When was the last time a family was banished?
Oh, no families have ever been banished, only punished. Sometimes there is. Um, they are given work to do, or there is it is said that if blasphemy against the icon is done, that there will be a caning, and so they will be struck amongst the legs. If,
And who does the punishing?
oh, that would be whoever is the chosen of the elders.
So the elders will be present during the punishment.
Yes.
Is the village present during the punishment?
Yes. It is. All we all will witness the wrongdoing, and let and let the transgressor know, the sinner know that they have made the icon angry. Let them live with their shame.
Alright, I think I'm done. You can go over to Yuri and Mike.
They seem quite, that they don't seem to be lying at all. They all answer all your questions, and as far as you can tell, I mean, you can check, but they seem earnest in their response, and they seem extremely.
That's the thing about Zygor. He can't. It's one of these things that he let me roll it. Oh,
He doesn't read that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But always it's always the mantra of the mighty icon, the wise elders, the wise great elders, the wisdom of the great elders, the all knowing of the great elders. It's this repetitive cult like speech pattern. Are you going to go deliver the food, or are you just going to leave?
I'm gonna stay.
Okay.
But I said I don't know if you heard me that if you want to go over to Yuri and Mike for a little while.
Oh, yeah, okay. You said you were going to go over. Okay, I wasn't sure. All right, Cherry and Zygo. I mean, unless anything particular. Yeah, the tech, yeah. That you want to do, you are going to be mining rock all day.
Hi ho, hi ho. It's off to work we go.
It seems like a mundane task, but what you realize is that as you're being, the as everyone's becoming friendlier and friendlier with, and they sort of seem to be saying, well, you strangers have and, uh, so capable. With you helping us, we will build many new cottages. We will send word to the great elders of what all you have done. They say, we know that you have brought us black tusk meat and hides, and now you are gathering stone. Oh, I assure you that the great elders will see this in a great light. Yes, yes, yes. The great elders will appreciate. Certainly, they will invite you to stay. They will see that you were worth it, that you were with us.
Have we
And
met?
then
Have we met the great elders?
the great elders were the freakish caterpillar lobster things on golden floating chairs that spoke to you like a bunch of fucking alien weirdos.
Right.
Last night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm kind of hitting you over the head with this, but clearly everyone is crazy respectful about the elders. They clearly worship the icon. The elders, the high priests, the infallible leaders of this place. And all they basically telling you is that, they will, that certainly the great elders guarantee that you can stay as long as you like.
Well, these great elders live then.
Oh, and they'll tell you what same thing I told Anthony. There's the biggest of the weird golden domes that lies to the furthest most west edge of the village is.
Okay. I don't know if it's my mistaken campaigns or etc. But wasn't that a hand signal that we weren't supposed to do in this place?
I would say that when the people talk about the great icon and say things, they have these weird hand signals. Like, like crossing themselves, like that kind of equivalent weird thing. So that's part of what they do. But I don't think there was any weird hand signal you could do here. I don't think I
Okay,
said
so
that.
okay, so I'm confusing things.
Yeah. Yeah, and so what I'm going to say is that Ice Weavers during the day. That's what's going to happen. If you want to ask them anything else, otherwise I'm going to go back to Anthony.
Nope.
Anthony, at about maybe past midday. No, actually about midday, because this is probably going to be what you think is midday. I mean, it's hard to tell. You can see the sun through the haze, but it seems like it's midday. These older women are going to lead you to the Great Dome, a bigger dome. This seems to have a much larger door to it, and they will.
I'm gonna watch them to see if there's any particular sequence that they open the door with, if there was a button they pressed or something.
Seem to sort of say like a kind of great weird prayer. They turn to the icon, to the north, and they say something. Sort of like, "I will great icon bless us, bless the chosen ones and the great elders, sing songy and cult-like and weird."
Mm-hmm.
Then they bow down towards the north, and they come, and it seems like there is a panel next to the door, and they play with it and genuflect on it, and some lights come on. They speak out, and they say, bless the chosen ones, for their sustenance has come, that they may protect the great elders and the great wisdom that protects, that is the blah, blah,
Kai,
blah.
during
Crazy shit.
during her little prayer while she's pressing the buttons,
Yeah.
I want to use an intellect point to do
Okay.
distant activation and shut it off.
Oh, okay. Sure. Right, and so that allows you to train. You can activate that any machine you can see with a achievement with normally wouldn't touch. Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. And she's touching it, and she's like, oh. She's like pressing on it. Oh, our, what happened? Oh no! Our prayer to has gone unanswered. We have said something wrong. Oh no! The power of the icon has gone away. We must call to the chosen ones.
Hold on.
But
let me try to see if I can talk to the icon.
Okay.
Oh, great icon. This is Igor. Use me as your conduit to open this door, and I activate the door.
Hey, yeah. Right. In this case, this door's bigger, and so it doesn't slide the same way. It's sort of like splits into multiple pieces. It just disappears, down into the ground to the edges. It's fancy sci-fi opening.
Yeah.
Inside it's quite brightly lit with this warm yellow light emanating from the inside of this dome. And there's a way that they lead, and they call out, "Oh, Darikar, Leyland, great chosen ones, your holy meal has come." And then they bring you in. You'll go past the corridor. We'll open up to this massive circular space that you can see has multiple archways going left and right, all around the circumference of this place. And there are the three Eldars. They seem to be floating around and talking to each other. And there's strange equipment and things in here.
So there's three of them. There's not just one.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Yeah. There's three of them. Yeah. But you saw three. You saw that before because it was the last night. There was three who came, and they had that kind of thing where like one would finish a sentence of the other, and they would cycle through. So it was this kind of creepy scenario where either they know each other very well or they're mind melded or something. And now in the light, you can see them much clearer, and they're kind of horrifying. Because last night it was kind of like firelight, it was dark, and it was kind of creepy. But here you can just see how inhuman they look. Last night was creepy. Today is just gross. It's just bloated. They're covered in this, discolored lobster carapace. Curls up along their neck and over their chest, and their arms are elongated, and you can see that they have little, a whole set of secondary limbs, like little lobster legs coming out of their torso.
Kai, I want to get close enough to scan one of them.
Okay. Yeah, they kind of turn to you as you're doing this, because hearing women speak.
Are there chairs now that I'm closer? Can I see all their chairs like mechanical?
It's Numenera. It's slick. It's enclosed, right? You. It's almost like a weird version of the Xavier chair, right, from the comic books, where their legs are covered up somehow, and it's super high tech and super smooth metal, and you don't see the joints, and it's ovoid and circular, but there's a kind of like some kind of synth or transparent synth or glass-like like covering, right, that goes around it like a over the top.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like the Jetsons car.
Yeah. So it's really freaking weird. So within, you can get close up within 10 feet. Okay, so an equal to a 10-foot cube. Yeah, you probably get one or two of them by the time you get close. Level. Okay. Interesting how powerful, dangerous, difficult it is. Okay, so I will say that you get this kind of information. Whatever this is is a very complicated device. It seems to have parts of it's melded into their body. They're you kind of get the sense that this is whatever thing this is now completely interlaced with their vital systems.
Biomechanical entity. The chair.
Each
chair is linked with each creature. Gotcha.
Yeah. And I would say that this creature would be a level 3.
Okay.
So let me just make sure I understand everything that it tells you, because now we're getting a little game mechanic. He's getting its level.
Is it dangerous?
Yeah. It's a level. I mean, it depends what you mean by dangerous. So that are pertinent about the matter and energy in this area. How this thing works is clearly unlike anything you've ever seen before.
Mm-hmm.
It is giving, it is somehow has some internal energy source. You can tell that this chair and the kind of surrounding of it's probably armored. Essentially, it's going to be able to take quite a bit of damage before it gets destroyed. And that this mechanism is very, powerful. It's pumping, and recycling, liquids. You can sort of, could you kind of get the scan of it in terms of the, tubings and other weird mechanisms. The body is melded into the chair. You kind of now see there's kind of tubing, tubes
So
that have grown into.
it's like recycling its own waste and using it for energy and shit like that.
Yeah. This is like some crazy self-contained biomechanical thing, and it probably has some kind of nanotech in there, but you don't know.
Awesome.
So you suspect that this thing, whatever, is not only keeping alive, but it's keeping them robust. So I don't know if I've got it over what the scan says, but
yeah, that's cool.
play with that for me.
Okay, so is the eating done?
Oh, and by the way, this would also tell you that the villagers are like a level 2.
Level 2, okay.
And that the equipment. Oh, and I would say that the dome itself, 10-foot range, 10-foot cube. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to get information. Oh, because the floor of the dome, you probably would have gotten the floor of the dome. And the dome is like a level 6
Structure.
Gotcha. Hypertech material. You know what it is, but it's.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And then the 3 chosen ones, and they're wearing, like I said, this kind of weird robe, shirt with weird embroidery of the multi-armed icon, and they come and they clearly don't really know who you are, and they're sort of surprised, and they start, what has happened? Who is this? Who have you brought before us? You have brought someone into the great elder sanctuary. And the older women say, no, these are the strangers, and they're he is blessed by the icon. Go ahead.
Silence! I am blessed by the icon. The women had trouble opening the door, and I asked the icon for blessing, and it opened for me.
They look at each other, turn to the elders, and the elders come. They float towards you as they see you, and they, hello, stranger from afar. We have not called you here, but you have come of your own accord. You, and they turn to the women and say, Missy, Leshwan, what he says is true. He has the blessing of the icon. The stranger has made the door function. Oh, yes. It was. He prayed, and the icon blessed him. They sort of look at each other. You are one with great knowledge and power. We have seen other outsiders like your kind come. As we said last night at your welcoming ceremony. But perhaps none has been blessed by the icon. And they're all sort of finishing each other's sentence. And sometimes they say things simultaneously in a chorus. It's unnerving. Your power like this can be useful if used for the blessing of the village. We have already heard that your companions have brought us black tusks. Their hunt was successful. This is good for the people.
I was part of that hunt.
So you were. This is appreciated. We could use good hands and good powers like yours for the good of the village in the name of the icon, used wisely with our guidance.
Yes. Maybe me and my companions could be your chosen.
They look at each other. Time will tell if that will happen. The choosing ceremony is many moons off still, and you must spend time in the village, perhaps build a home for yourselves, and others would be appreciated if you did so. Yes, meat, hides, new cottages, yes. They prove themselves, you will prove yourselves, yes. Again, they kind of do this kind of weird thing with each other, talking to you and talking to themselves. You are welcome as long as you follow the rules and join us in our worship of the icon, our great protector. We will teach you the verses and the ways.
Yes, teach me.
And they sort of float and turn towards each other, right? Like make a little circle, like they're talking to each other somehow. It's really hard to tell. You can't hear them. Are their lips moving at all? What? There's a weird sounds coming, high pitched whining sound, but you're really not sure what's happening. It's like the scales on the or the carapace at the back of their head seems to glow momentarily. And some lights around the chairs blink on and off in an odd pattern. What is that? And they turn and they go, we will speak to the villagers and make sure that you are uh, taught the litany of the icon and that you will be taught the ceremonies of the icon. And if you prove yourself by next moon, then we will have a acceptance ceremony. Yes.
What if there's an emergency chosen ceremony?
Why would there be need of that? We have our chosen. They serve us well.
Maybe I was brought to this place by your icon to be his guiding hand in the village. His messiah.
They look at each other. This would be unusual for the icon worship. The icon does not speak.
Maybe I am
We
the
just know.
icon's son.
This seems strange. Are you going to try and persuade or something?
Is there a persuasion skill?
Well, I mean, you could have a persuasion skill because the skill system's pretty open. This would be an intellect task.
Okay.
Yeah, essentially. If you have skill.
My making
Go ahead.
friends?
Yeah. Yeah, you could use your making friends so that you can roll that skill,
Okay.
right? And like anything else, you're going to get a.
What's the difficulty and everything?
They seem standoffish and sort of skeptical when you say this, and so it's a level 5.
Okay, level 5.
As you're speaking to them, you can. It's hard to tell because they're human. Their faces aren't human, but they're kind of arguing themselves since it's not possible. Why would the icon call a stranger? It's over and so on. So we're going to call it. Yeah. They go, we must think about this. No disrespect, stranger.
None
And,
taken. We are all one with the icon.
yes, yes, yes. And they all could have said, like the villagers say, they certainly they already understand. And the two women say, "Well, um, the welcoming ceremony will be soon, will it not, great elders? They have proving soon that they are part of us. Oh, very good." The elders look at each other and they go, and they say, they basically say, then they can begin, amongst other things, to help guard the failing fence. Um,
Maybe the fence fails because that's the will of the icon. The icon wants hardship on the village so the village could overcome.
no, the icon is angry with us. We failed. We have failed the icon. You are correct. We failed it because we did not stop strangers like yourselves from disturbing the great icon. It is the actions of disrespectful outsiders who angered the icon and destroyed our protection. So yes, we must suffer now because of our failing. Praise be the icon. Say all the people, the normal people around you.
I say it with the.
Mm.
I say I am the icon. Yeah. Like subtly.
Right. Under your breath. Sort of like, yeah. Oh, praise the icon. I am the
I
icon.
am the icon.
Yes, yes, we are all the icon. We are the icon's children. He's correct. The icon lives in us. Yeah, you're right. We are as the icon. We are made in its image. Very good. Um, well, if we shall see if the icon's blessing is true, and then perhaps the great protective pylon will work again. This surely would be a sign that we are all in the icon's blessing and that the icon's wrath has gone away. Perhaps this is what will happen with you strangers. If such, that will be a great sign. But none have known how to fix, how to make the icon uh, be pleased with us again and take this hardship away as you speak. For the southern pylon is still broken.
Fear not, brothers. Me and my friends are here.
And so the ladies, they're sort of excited, these older women, but they give the food they set the food down on this very simple wooden table that is in in front of the elders, and then the three chosen ones just sit down and start eating. Come, they say. Oh, mighty stranger, what is your name? And tell them Zygor. Oh, mighty Zygor, blessed of the icon. Come. Let us leave the great ones and the chosen ones to mete out their wisdom.
Yes. Let us leave.
And they lead you back, and they're excited, and they're cheering and champing, and as whenever they get like closer to the village and they see some people coming back from the apple orchard, whatever, it's like a medieval village. They're very excited, and they start telling the story of how the icon blessed you, and so on and so on. So the rumors already start about your mighty works. And so I don't know what's going to happen, but hours will pass before The others will come loaded with wagons full of stone. Actually, Brunhilde probably pulling 3 wagons worth of stone by herself.
Oh, and the way back, I would be trying to teach them a song that I know too, and I would like to try to teach them how to sing caramel dancing. You know, danza medios, clap para händer, gör så vändios, till några ser vänster. You know the song?
No. But it doesn't matter. Whatever you do, they love it. They're fascinated by this novelty.
You're worse than Yoma's sister. Flipping neck.
Sorry, what?
Flipping neck, Brownhilde. You're making my ears bleed.
Oh, stop this! I'm just trying to be Frenchy. You know, they're trying to teach us some their songs. I'm trying to teach some too, and I'm a good singer. My father also said I have a beautiful voice.
Oh, that was a song, was it? Oh, I thought you'd stubbed your toe or something.
Very funny you are. Very funny.
So, you guys will get back, and by the time you get back, you know, there's going to be some black tusk roasting on spits in the middle of the town square, and there will be a sort of everyone's getting distributed pieces of roasted black tusk, and you know, and black tusk grilled steak and so forth, so on. This big grilled area. You know, they're cooking it like the gauchos. Big charcoal pit, and these big black tusks are you know, split open on sticks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the guys are carving it, so it's like a Brazilian barbecue. And you're exhausted, you're fucking moving rocks all day, and that's
Maybe not. Not that much exhausted, am I?
and so, you know, everybody starts talking about this. You know, the rumors go very quickly. You already hear from other people about, you know, you can hear them talking about how Zygor was placed by the Aeon and has gone to speak, you know, to the great elders. The great elders invited him in, and that you know, that Zygor is going to repair the Icon's relationship with the villagers. That he has great power, and you hear other rumors like, you know, and the men start talking about, you know, how powerful you guys were, all the rocks. You know, so in general, there's like kind of a party, and somebody starts playing some music. They bring out some kind of simple fiddle, and it's like another sort of welcoming party. Everybody's bringing out fruit, kinds of gathering the children. And, it's kind of another party. And everywhere, everyone's looking at you and talking to you and shaking your hands. And these simple village children are coming by and playing with you, and everywhere, at least, you know, poking you and pulling on Zygor's wires. And again, this simple village at this point is basically completely transfixed by your presence.
Okay. Well, when we have a time, I would like to talk with Zygor and Chowdy.
All right. You guys go do that. I'm going to get a drink real quick myself. I will be right back. You guys come up with a game plan. See what you want to do with the information that you have.
Okay. This is what I've been doing. I tell you guys in my story with the people, blah blah blah. So these people are worshiping Numenera. I believe that the Colossus is our ticket home, but if we use it, it breaks one of the pillars. But they believe that it's supernatural. I believe that it's mechanical. Because
So,
the last
what
people who went to the icon, they vanished and never returned. So I believe that's the way we get out of here.
Why would you get out of here? With all these wonderful people and things?
The only people who seem to have any Numenera seem to be the elders.
Oh yeah. And what about the elders? Did they have a chance to try to understand what they are?
I think the elders are trying to keep the people dumb. So the people don't question the icon. I believe the icon pretty much is the power generator for the pythons. Not the pythons, the pylons around the center. And if you use the icon, then it overpowers and it breaks one of the pillars.
But the elders, do they keep people dumb like in a good way or in a bad way? In a bad way, I mean like they eat them or do worse things, like abuse of them or abuse of the women.
No, there doesn't seem to be any abuse here. They just don't have many new people around because new people seem to poke around and investigate and not listen. But what they're telling us is a fantasy. And of course we're not going to listen to a fantasy.
So, what do we have to do to activate the icon if you really want to go back home?
I don't know, but I believe that the three elders have some very nice technology that I would like to acquire.
I don't know, Zygor. Probably.
But I
that.
believe, out of character, I believe we need to stay here and do some things so we can level up a little bit, so we can...
Yeah, I felt the same thing.
Yeah.
Level 2, level 3, level 6, oh shit!
Yeah, so I mean,
Hi,
there's things we can do here. You know, we can go hunt more black tusk. We can go hunt that creature that's haunting the village, that lives in that cave. You know. Hey, guys.
Yeah.
You guys are who's got the best intellect?
Certainly not me.
20.
Yeah.
Zygor.
Okay.
Zygor.
Okay. Well, Zygor, you're looking at this analytically, and you can basically see that the villagers, with each one of your actions and the kind of rumors and the way they're acting now, they're just in there. Every time you've done these things, they're basically impressed and fascinated by your contributions. And it's clear they kind of keep on saying, right, oh, you know, when the grant elders hear of this, they will certainly want you to be part of the village forever. So they feel that everything you're doing, you feel that everything you're doing is, from Zygor's point of view, making these humans emotional. At your simple contributions, in their primitive ways, you seem easily satisfied. They were like children. And their conversation with the elders seems to suggest that the elders seek your assistance and look with a positive benefit from your presence.
And I share that with the party, and I tell them that it seems that I've made a bit of a impression.
Oh, this is good. We always try to make some good impression over there too. Nothing very difficult. I think Charlie had a worse time than I'd had. But overall, they seem to like us as well.
I tried to make an impression last night, didn't do any good at all.
Jowery, did you find any attractive rocks?
Well, I have to say, I don't mind you're my sister. She's got this way of looking at you, which kind of isn't quite looking at you, if you know what I mean. It's very endearing.
Zygor cocks his head like a dog who hears a whistle.
And
So
that eyebrow, my goodness, how sexy is that?
So I'm just going to add something else. Gentlemen, this village is extraordinarily, it's not Stone Age, but it is primitive even in comparison to the old villages in the Steadfast, because they just don't have access to a lot of materials. You guys are extraordinary beings. Your powers are far beyond human. Brunhilde's size and all the other abilities in Chowry. All of you are chock full of Numenera. It's like you're physically, like Zygor is physically, and Machine Man, and Chowry, you've got all your crazy skills. So just remember that you guys are fascinating because there's no one like you, right? You're
okay.
X-Men.
Is Zygor wearing a shirt, or does he always walk around?
No,
like
I got my cloak on, but that's what I look like. What I look like is in the picture.
Okay.
So I can't. So these people are fascinated. They're sheltered. They're isolated. You guys are extraordinary people coming with extraordinary power. That you could hear them talking about how unbelievably strong you are, Hilda, and Zygor and Chowry. They talk about how amazing your fighting capacities are. And what's your cool skills? I forget, what else can you do, Chowry? Chowry? Hello?
Hello.
Oh yeah, okay, I lost you. Yeah. What's other cool things you could do, Chowry?
Cool things.
Yeah.
Other than the ciphers.
Yeah, you have your ciphers, your base ciphers. That's like coming to you. But what other cool?
Well, my skills are based around kind of balancing, climbing, tracking, using natural plants, that kind of thing, jumping, swimming, all this kind of stuff.
Well, yeah, the way that you were able to follow and identify the trends creatures, and then your fantastic, physical prowess was very impressive to these basic rural medieval villagers, which is basically what your sense to what you're talking to. Yeah.
I'm desperately trying to resist the urge to leave my remote viewer in Freeva's bedroom.
It would be the one use of it, so yeah, you should you should choose carefully. Anyway, so at the end of the day, this celebration happens, and it's like sunset. So you guys got up early in the morning, had breakfast. Is there anything you guys want to do, or is there anything that Zygor wanted to do in between your conversation with the Eldars and Chowry and Brunhilde coming back from their daily?
No, just other than filling them in on what I think or what I discovered.
Okay.
Yeah. Which I did already.
Yeah. Okay.
And presumably there's like a big hog roast kind of thing going, black tooth roast going on. Is it the same kind of celebration as the night before, or is it a bit more subdued?
It's a bit more subdued. It's more centered on the meat of the Black Tusks than you this time, but you're still the center of conversation. At the end of the night, that's what's happened.
Having delivered all these rocks.
Oh, yeah, I know it seems mundane, but the point is that whatever you're doing here is exciting. And they do say guards come behind. The guards who were around last night, and they say, "Well, I'm sorry to. I hope that you are enjoying the black tusk. It is delicious." But it says that he basically says that one of the, but I hate to come and bother you with festivities, but I would like you to know Gaurak has taken his patrol near the pylon. Actually, near the hole in the icon's protection. And he said he saw shadows out there and heard something.
Kind of the broken pylon they're talking about. Is that the one that we broke or not?
Didn't break the pylon.
Oh no, that was broken for generations. He said no.
Yes, and he says it, and he carefully went towards the edge, and he found the black tusk, frozen solid. I thought that you, mighty strangers, would wish to know. And he brings up his simple wooden cup, spills over a bit of the sweet drinking wine, he chugs it back a bit. But I am not unpatriotic. Stumbles.
Well, that seemed like whatever it is was in that cave is trying to come out. I think that's a good opportunity for us to get a little bit more strong. If you guys are up it.
Yes. Let us vanquish this creature.
Should we do it the end of the day or expect for tomorrow?
It's nighttime now, just so you know. End of the day, the sun is set essentially. It's
I'm going
late
to use
dusk.
an action to rest, guy.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I'm back up to full. Yeah, let's go.
Okay, I'm gonna get my axe.
Can we all rest?
Gowrie, what are you going to do? I assume you hear all this happen.
I'm gonna rest for 10 minutes.
Okay.
Can I, guys? I'm just thinking. Why don't you go and catch this thing, and then I'll claim the
Why don't you
glory.
stop being a pussy.
All
Your
right.
hands dirty a little bit.
All right. I'll come with you.
Alright, boy.
Someone's got to look after you both.
Oh, isn't it cute? Act like a grown man.
I'm the chosen of the icon.
Allegedly.
And I'm proud of both of you.
I'm the icon messiah. Let us vanquish this creature.
Good. We shall. Okay. Guy, do the thing.
Yeah, all right. And so, you will pass the guards who themselves are out by the... What's going on here? Let's see this thing. That are out by the front of the village, in this case. And they see you passing by, and they're drinking too a little bit, and they bow their head, and they go, and one of them says, "Whoa, where are you heading?"
Going to
He's
see
gonna- and
the
what-
frozen black tusk.
Oh, yes. I was the one who saw it. I was on. And he kind of explains, it was right, but an hour before the sunset, I heard some struggle, and I went to go see what it was, and I found one of them. it was frozen and bleeding on the ground, and there was sounds of something just beyond the wall of the shell smell. And I saw shadows. For already the shadow of the sun was, from the mountains had cast darkness there. And, well, I would be careful if I were you. He seems legitimately scared. He's a short, wiry guy, heavily acne, pockmarked face. 19 years old. And so you guys are going to make your way over there, right? And you're going to get yourself over to the edge.
Okay, if it gets too dark, I'm gonna use one of my. Can I borrow some torches from them instead of using my glowing orbs?
Yeah, they have torches if you.
God,
Yeah,
can
so
you
that they-
equip us with the cold gear? Like the skins, the hides of black tusks.
Yeah. They would have. Yeah, if that's something they would have told you, that they would have given that to you. Well, no, not yet, because they still have to dry the black tusk out. At least not from the ones that were just caught. That was just yesterday. But if at some point you ask them, they'll go and get it for you. It's simple. These people are basically trying to please you. So yeah, they'll definitely go get it for you if that's what you want. To put it that way.
Yeah, it would be good.
Yeah, okay. They will go get that stuff.
Okay, now I can go. And some torches too. I got like 5 torches, just in case.
Yeah. You don't know how long it'll take. Really 100% sure where the cave might be. But it's really weird.
I think I still have some. What do you call it? Those little globes left over.
You might. Okay. So.
3 torches and 2 minor glow globes.
So I'm going to go like this. You are going to. Yeah, I mean, you have enough light. I don't think the light's a problem here. Between your glow globes and your torches, you definitely have essentially enough light to what you need. That's not a problem. And so you're going to get to that area where the pylon supposedly has been, where the pylon's broken. It's easy to tell at night because at night the pylon's top of it glows in a hazy blue, right? A light, almost like a bioluminescent blue. And so it's not hard to sort of see the fencing of the place, right? Across the darkness. And then, of course, because it's the brightest thing you will see at night, because the problem is that this kind of dome of snow flurries, pretty much, it's like a hazy, cloudy night. You can't really see the stars underneath the dome. Right? So that's that aspect. Okay, and so you guys are going to go out, and you're going to get to where you saw go towards that area. Again, there's a lot of the synth snow here, and there'll be a half torn, eviscerated blacktooth tusk. It's actually only 3/4 up. It's actually this back half of it's been torn, but it is clearly frozen.
Clearly frozen. What?
It looks like the creature, like the black tusk, is been
Oh, we found the black
frostbitten.
tusk. Okay.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you get to the location, and I
But
don't
is the
know.
ground is the ground around it frozen or just the creature itself?
Well, the ground around it is covered in this crystalline shell snow, right? Because the shell snow comes through this part of the these sort of magical fencing, let's put it that way, and everywhere. There might have been some ice here. It seems a bit moist. The creature, but the wind is blowing here too, right? The wind is a little bit way stronger here. It whips by, and so the snow globe. When you get here, the snow-ish stuff whirls all around you with the whistle of the mountain. You definitely feel the temperature dropping and getting colder. But it's clear that this thing would look like it's been torn apart. Like ripped in half.
I would like to do two things. In the way to where we are, I would like to make a long perception to see if you're followed. Like, is sneakily followed. In case someone is already following us, like, openly. I would like to search for anyone else that would be sneaking behind us.
Sure.
In the way for the camp to...
Okay, that's going to be in intellect task. Well, I mean,
what's the difficulty?
Depends
or
on
just
the
roll
difficulty of the person following. Yeah, just roll it. See if he knows anything.
I got a 6.
Yeah, beats difficulty
and it
2.
starts.
You don't notice anyone following you. I mean, you remember saying goodbye. You could probably see the distant lights of the town. Because you're kind of, you're going, when you're leaving here, you're going uphill, you know what I mean? You're coming out of the bowl of the valley and going up the sides of the valley. And so you can see down, you have a pretty clear view. I mean, the orchards are there, but past the orchards, you can see the bright glow of the town. Fire and torches and stuff like that, because it's obviously pitch black in this area without those lights. So, clearly no one with a torch is following. Someone's following you in the diffuse low lights. They'd have to be pretty good.
Okay, and after that, I would like to try to search if there any trace from whatever creature did that creature. If there is any track left in the snow.
Well, yeah, what does it? Well, I mean, do you have a special skill in tracking, Brunhilde?
No, I do not.
Does anyone have a special skill in tracking? Oh, you do? Well, maybe you'd like to try.
Well, when I say special
skill.
Following an idea. Do I need to put a difficulty in actions, do I? What would be the
I would say level.
Level what, Kai?
Three. Level 3.
Level 3. And then I roll it on the skill now.
Yeah. You would actually have the skill because you'll get a advantage from the skill itself. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you did spent 2 effort. Yeah, wow. Train 2 effort. Holy crap.
Oh, that was an accident.
So you didn't want to spend 2 effort.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay, that's special. All right, so look, I'm going to go like this. You sit down, not sit down, like you sort of look at the creature and you're looking at the tracks and you start walking in a spiral around, right? Because of the amount of sense, even though the wind's blowing, you notice that there are some strange sections now a little further away from the creature that are definitely frozen. And you had noticed there seemed to be like chunks of ice melting. You really too sure. But then you realize what it is. At first, you're not quite sure what you're looking at. About 4 meters away from the creature, and as you spiral out, you realize there's more. But it looks like there's, the only way to describe it is like ramps made of ice. They're starting to melt, but you can see one of them that the ramp, it's low on the ground, and then it kind of goes up along the ground, off the ground, like a roller coaster. And that you find one that hasn't completely broken yet, and it's way up to your waist. And then you also see that in some parts of the snow, there were the tracks of some kind of large, multi-legged creature. Must be multiple ones of them, at least 4 of them in there. From the separation of the feet, these insect-like impressions in the ground, they must be about 4 meters long in terms of the drag marks of their body. And then, everywhere where you find this, that those little pieces seem to still be sort of frozen. And, those are like slush, like frozen slush there, all those areas. And it's clear that the creature, the black tusk, has been frozen solid and then torn apart, almost like if it had been dipped in liquid nitrogen. You hear me, Michael?
Yeah, you mean like kind of like exploded apart or broken apart, like into bits?
Yeah, like broken apart into chunks. Yeah. The chunks are starting to thaw out. It's a combination of.
But the tracks go where?
Oh, they go off, out into beyond, into the darkness. But you know where they're heading.
Well,
What say we follow these tracks?
yeah, torch on. Let's follow this.
Before we go, I asked the guard if he has seen creatures who can do things like this, or if they know of creatures that can do things like this.
Oh, the guard's not with you.
Guard with us.
You left them behind.
Oh,
What's he got?
Oh, okay, all right.
He didn't want to come with you. He was scared shitless.
All right, I thought he went with us. Okay.
No. He was totally fucking scared. He's I mean, they're guards, but they're not like guards.
Yeah.
These guys are rural yokels with the fucking sticks.
Yeah.
I mean, they try to be tough, but they're terrified. And so as you're walking along, Michael, you can trace it. It's not, the thing is that it's not the footprints, or rather the body prints. The body prints were surrounding the broken black tusk, which you actually end up following. You realize are these narrow ice ramps. 4 of them interweaving with each other that eventually lead you to a cave, at least the opening of a cave that's higher up the incline of now a quite rocky and rugged path. There's no path here, actually. You're moving through broken rock talus and mounds of this synth snow. And so, you see the dark opening of a cave. Is there music playing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Not mine.
Playing before.
A little piano.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, does this no go inside the cave like the wind, like
Well,
conglomerates go inside like it's dragging wind inside the cave, or just like normal cave?
It's dark. It's swirling. No, I mean, well, the wind is blowing and it's bitterly cold. But of course, luckily, you guys have your borrowed winter clothing now, and the cave is just dark. See, glinting in the moonlight, because now outside of the dome of Synthno, you can certainly see better. I would describe as what led you to the cave is the fact that it is completely encrusted in ice. There is these strange, intertwining of these ramps, and the ramps, some are broken pieces of to shore, but here out in the cold, right? You can get especially close to the cave. They're more complete. You can see they rise up in the air. I mean, actually, like these ramps that intertwine, they're above your head. Anthony and anyone, I would say that this is almost like Iceman's ramps. Like it's like roller coaster ramps made of ice. Just in case anyone's that grokking, we're talking. But yeah, they're wide. They're about 3 to 4 feet long.
Okay, what is the reference? Kiss my ankle.
Iceman from X-Men.
Oh,
Iceman.
okay.
Bobby. Iceman. Yeah. So the ice ramps.
Ice ramps. Okay.
Ice ramps.
Okay.
Okay. And so this cave is covered also in these weird, like, ice spikes. As a matter of fact, that sounds exactly like it was described to you. That there was a strange cave that had a whole bunch of weird icy growths all over it. And yeah. So, what are you guys going to do?
Well, I'm gonna lead the front. I'm gonna have the torch on the left, my axe on the right, and I'm going inside the cave. Follow me the brave.
Okie dokie. Is this the party order? Is it going to be Hilda? Is everyone sort of walking just next to Hilda, or is Hilda ahead?
I'm going to let her go because I'm squishy.
Squishy.
That's totally fine.
And I'm gonna have an arrow in my bow ready to go.
Is there anything special in the way you're going to approach this? I'm just gonna go.
I would like to ask Cherry to make like as more detecting, just to see if you see anything interesting, like a fur or a scale or footprint. Or claws in the ice.
Do you have any other skills that will help you with that?
Well, I do have. Well, do I have to roll again for tracking?
Oh no, you've successfully tracked. I mean, is there anything else you want to look for? Something special? I mean, you clearly have found the path leading to this, and discovered. Do you have any questions? Maybe before we go on. You did roll a 20, so.
I'll just ask me. Bow at the ready.
And then, what did Broomhilda want to find? Exactly.
Any extra footprints, any claws in the ice or the water cage, kind of like the marks, any fur or like loose skin.
Chowry can point to you the drag marks where where basically it looks like large large creatures were dragged at some point along some synths now, right? He did that at the beginning, but
Okay.
but beyond that, it seems to clearly to Chowry that these creatures must be traveling along the ice ramp.
Mhm. Um, when you say big, is big like me or bigger?
What is big?
3
Brand-
meters to like 2 meters footprint.
No. The Chowry thinks that these creatures, because of the distribution of the footprints and what he thinks are their drag marks of their own body, when they're off of the ice ramps, it's 4 meters long.
Yeah, so bigger than me. Okay, moving forward.
Along the ground, right? But it's not like they're walking on hind legs. They're like they must be dragging their body along the ground.
Like a centipede.
Yes, possible. Yes.
I'm moving forward.
I've only got one attack, so whatever you guys want to do.
You get closer. It's so slow.
I'm more of a protocol droid.
Oh, we've got the 9 o'clock shutdown, guys.
Oh, boy.
Of course.
Okay, you die first in that case.
Of course he does. Of course he does. Well, that's okay. Michael, so I'm just gonna say, we'll leave it in a slight bit of suspense because as you guys are moving, through the opening of the cave, it's a kind of it's almost like there's an ice webbing that's covering the front of the cave, and so you're gonna have to break through it. Now, I'm not saying that this is a problem for you, Broomhilda. It's easy for you to crack and break this. You're strong. Not going to.
Mm-hmm.
At least some of it, but it's actually quite thick. But in the moment, you're going to take a minute or two and start smashing it. As you get through this kind of weird, delicate, strange ice. And then inside it's all icy, right? It's not just the wind blowing and the fact that it's really hard to see because of this shell snow, but in here it's slippery, and everywhere there's like spikes and a weird web-like lattice work of ice. And inside, you can hear some strange and terrible crunching sounds. And in between the crunching sounds, you hear noises that have some sort of, like a cicada buzz to them almost. And they're undulating, and they're sort of like short and loud and then soft and then almost like Morse code. And then after you kind of finish breaking through these weird ice web, the buzzing noises stop.
Zygur, do you know Morse code?
Do I know Scott?
I hope to know Morse code.
Do I know Morse code? No.
Okay,
Do you know Morse code?
very likely.
Okay.
Okay,
Well, we
moving.
have something in
Keep
common.
close.
I mean,
Sure do.
I'm not really confident you even know what Morse code is.
Yeah, I mean, would we even have any concept of
No,
Morse
you
code?
no, you would not know what Morse code is.
Okay. Okay. I would like to start my stealth mode and ask everybody to keep close.
Just give me a second here. Yeah.
You
Purposes of
go ahead.
Okay,
You in
but be
charge.
careful.
everything here that'll be helpful. Maybe. So, yeah, I'm gonna say this is a kind of basic here. I'm gonna put some tokens on, but it's not gonna be fancy. Just to kind of help us real quick. Just give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
And as you move through the cave with the wind whistling outside and the blurring of this synth snow, this shell snow, your feet crunching on the cracked ice that's along the ground. And also trying to hold yourself on the slippery, ice that's on the teeth. You get in a little deeper, and you hear you do hear the sound like cracking ice, and suddenly coming out of the shadows, you see this.
Okay. It's coming
Yeah.
after us, or it's just like.
Yep, and there are four of them, and these four things are riding these ice ramps,
Hmm.
and they are moving very fast and coming to you. Yeah, it's like
His mic.
is Mike is back yet? Mike.
He just created a character.
Nice one.
Me. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright.
I assume you've posted something really horrible in Roll20 that I can't see. Are they hideous?
Yes,
Idiots.
they seem pretty dangerous.
Share the creatures again, Kai.
Can I... Me,
Looks like that, Michael. And so
I can't see it, but I assume it's nasty. Right, let me see if I can... Can I fire my bow? What will be the difficulty?
okay, well, gonna have to roll initiative, guys. Yeah, and so
Ah,
Okay. Do we need our tokens to roll initiative, or we just roll initiative?
I don't, I can open
I
up
rolled
the
initiative.
I'm challenge rating 5.
is 6 your initiative? No, 16. That's the old design word.
How did he get 16? I've got 1. Have I? Have I rolled the wrong thing?
You roll it 3. That beats difficulty 1.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay, I forgive you.
My phone screen isn't big enough.
You play on your phone?
Yeah, just until
Yeah.
everything started up again.
Oh, right. And
Three.
keep a second here, guys. I just gotta set up the tokens here real quick. Yeah, and so these things are gonna come rolling at you on these, it's freaky as these giant things are moving along. And you can see them, they're somehow, just like Iceman, making these ice ramps as they go coming towards you. So you guys can put your tokens there on the.
Oh yeah, that is pretty horrible.
Oh, actually, I'll put your tokens there, I guess. So, yeah, say, oh, I didn't move you from the map, did I? I'm an idiot. I have to put you over here. And Charlie. And the dumbass. Because I did not move you to the map. Did I? Hey, you guys are here, aren't you?
We're looking
What?
at
You guys can see
we're looking at the drawn valley map of.
Oh, you're still there. Oh, yeah, crap. I gotta put you here. Duh. Sorry.
Mm.
Right. Now you guys should see this simple map, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Simple thing. Yeah, all right. So the cave is, as you come in, the cave is these guys make it too big there. I mean, they're bigger than you, they're 12 feet. I mean, is that still considered a medium creature, Anthony? 12 feet?
I think that's large, man.
That's large, yeah, so let's put it like that, right?
And ogres between 10 and 12 feet, and they're large.
Yeah, I heard okay. Okay. Yeah, so the cave is so size, and you guys come in, and it's essentially what you're seeing here. Like as you come in there, they come skating at you. Your glow globes, can see them to a certain distance, or they're coming. They pop out through the cave at the edge of your vision. As a matter of fact, you're like moving. They're up in the air. You realize they're actually up in the air, because up above you. The sled. So, all right, Zygor, what are you gonna do?
All right, Kai, they're anchored to something behind them, right?
Yeah. This it's quite cold in here, but whatever this ice bridge is, it's physical. It must happen.
Okay, I'm gonna throw
A base.
the Carlamite photonic emitter behind this creature, like here, to fuck with their to break these two's ice ramps behind them, and they take damage too, right?
So what does your photonic emitter do?
So let me roll it. What's the difficulty for that guy?
Let me see.
It's in my card.
Look at your
It's the upper right hand card.
It's on organic. Damn it. Long range energy attack inflicts damage equal to the cipher level to the targets and all creatures within range of the target. Oh, okay. What's the level?
It's level.
If you
1.
didn't roll it,
No, it's level 5. I rolled a 5. It's 5 damage.
you're fine. Okay, that's fine. Okay, and so basically what that does, it essentially says that it inflicts 5 damage to the target, and all creatures within immediate range. And yeah, so then if you hit the creature, so you're hitting this guy here, right?
Yeah, I kind of want to hit behind him, right? Like.
Well, if you want to see okay, like back here.
Yeah.
How far back?
No, right here. between these two, right?
Okay.
So it
Because you're trying to hit with
so
an
so it fucks with their ramps, and it hits them as well.
So long range should be give you immediate range is like 10 feet.
Yeah,
So
that's immediate. For the damage is immediate range, but for the distance it's long range.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm mostly sure. So you're gonna try to hit in between here. So if
Yeah.
you try to hit the ramp, then I'm gonna say that hitting the ramp is a difficulty 3. And a difficulty 3 speed test.
Difficulty 3, okay.
Yeah.
Speed, not my intelligence for this?
No, because you're actually shooting this thing, legit.
Okay.
Right? It's a long range energy attack, so it's an attack. So you're attacking it.
3?
So it did. Yeah, difficulty 3.
Okay, here we go. Boom.
Okay, yeah, drained. Excellent, yeah. Damage. I mean, yeah, I'm not going to include that damage. That's if you hit it. Oh no.
Yeah, it does
Oh, you
5
made
damage.
you added it as an attack. All right, remember that's one time use. That's less.
Yeah,
uses.
I understand. Uh-huh.
Okay, no problem. Yeah. So the ice it breaks. You can, you hear these creatures screech as they take damage. It's going to take. So they're not going to they feel as you damage the hell. And I'm going to say that.
Do they fall and take...
Yeah, they've definitely fallen. Yeah, they fall. Down on the ground. And they are whelping in pain, I would say. Yeah? It's around Hilda. What are you going to do?
Okay, can I run towards this one and still hit? It is a short distance.
Do you have a specialty? Because normally when it's short distance, which is up to 50 feet, it's between 10 and 50, 10 and 50 feet. You require an action to move that.
These guys are on the ground already, Yuri.
Yeah, they are on the ground.
Yeah, but I still have to get them. Don't I?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, how much speed can you move?
If he can move, you could get there, but it's going to take an action for you to get there.
Okay, so I'm going to use fleet of foot. Then I use 1 might, and I can make 1 short distance and still attack.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
How are you?
Just take 1 hit. I'm gonna move towards this one right here and hit him. What is the difficulty?
Okay. The thing is that this is above you. Because it is flying, it is essentially on this giant ice ramp, and it is moving.
I told you, Yuri, these two are on the ground.
Oh, these two. Oh, okay. So, there's one down.
8 times. You have to spend 1 point of speed. Is that what you do?
No, 1 point of might to use my fleet of foot.
Yuri?
Hello?
I can hear you, Yuri. Guy, you
Okay.
just...
Okay, yeah, Yuri. So
You put it in the chat.
you use your ability and spend a point of speed. Oh, fleet of foot. Yeah. Neighbor cause. You move a short distance for an action. You move a distance attack. Okay, yeah. Okay, and so make your attack. It is difficulty. It is their difficulty 3.
3? Okay.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, your great axe comes down on this creature. And yeah, you do a ton of damage to it. Yeah. It, when your axe bites into it, and now that you're close to it, right? Because you were really close to it before. You can see that it was freezing cold. It was actually, you were getting cold just close to it. And that it was kind of covered in partially in ice, and it had weird ice spikes and hooked barbs on it, and all around it, the air is swirling with condensed water vapor, and it's when you hit it with your axe actually starts to stump from the thing's flesh, and its blood splatters on you like cold water from a frozen winter lake. So you kill this thing.
Wow, that easy? Okay.
Well, I damaged it a
But-
little bit.
Yeah. And then you will, having gotten so close to it, you will take a point of might cold damage.
Okay.
Because actually getting close, it's so freezing, and the splattering of the blood on you, it's very uncomfortable.
Okay.
And now the other ones start, you hear these things kind of doing a cicada-like noise again, in some kind of weird pattern. Okay. Chowry, I need you to roll your initiative.
Oh, I
Roll
thought
a
I
three.
had. Did you roll it?
Yeah,
It was
he
a
rolled-
3, yeah.
he rolled a 3.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't
Oh,
see
well.
it. Maybe because you didn't choose your.
Now I rolled a 12.
No, what was
No, but
it's
it
fine.
was 3
What was it for?
before.
What was
It
it?
was 3 before.
Oh. So then you should have acted at some point then, Chowry.
I'm after the Ice Weavers, I assume.
Well, it's because you're at 0. So I gotta say that you get an action. Oh, then you're after the Ice Weaver. Okay, great. And so this Ice Weaver here, this is Ice Weaver 3. Okay, Ice Weaver 3 is dead. And I'll remove him from its friendly. Okay, so Ice Weaver 1 is going to come up above you. I mean, they were like, pretty close together, I suppose. And it can't get to you because you're not in it yet. Wait, where's the movement on this thing? Oh, yeah, okay, no, I'm wrong. Okay. I'm silly. Yeah, okay, so this thing can actually moves crazy fast. Yeah, so I say it actually moves quite crazy fast. And so it's going to be like this. This one is going to move towards Chowry. Just let you know. Yeah, that's Ice Weaver 1. And please roll me a might. I'm sorry, a.
Speed test?
Yeah, a speed defense level 4, Chowry.
So that's difficulty level 4.
Yeah, of a speed defense task. Make sure, if you have a skill in speed defense or something, that's what you want to use at this point.
Is jumping is might or speed?
Speed. Oh,
Jumping is speed?
No, it's might. Sorry, I have jumping here
Might.
too. It's might.
Yeah, I believe it's a might
Alright.
task. Depends what you're doing, but if it's just
Yeah.
just straight up jumping without moving, I would call that a might task.
Yeah. Swimming's no good, is it? I'm just going to roll speed.
Oh!
What?
Okay. Yes, you not successful in that. And so what's going to happen is that you are going to take 4 points of speed damage. Because a thing flies down on the ramp, and it's like it's like a roller coaster. It swirls down towards you, and it goes by and it grabs you and it bites you. It grabs you with its freaky front hands, and chomps on you, and you can feel it's like someone injecting you with freezing cold ice right in your veins, right where you feel your muscles contract from the freezing cold. And your muscles become sort of, like I said, cramped and stiff, and hence it affects your speed.
That's not good.
And so then, I should put it on. And so Iceweaver 2 comes and it flies and it tries to get Broomhilda. You also need to do a level 4 speed defense.
Failure.
Same thing. You are going to take 4 points of speed damage.
Hey, no, interesting. Okay.
And yeah, I mean, I think this thing it's looking at you. It's that you smart, but it's not that smart. And so it is going to try and take you out, Broomhilda. So this one is also going to try and bite you. She'll have to do another speed defense task.
Another failure.
Another 4 points of speed damage. As both of their bites send chills through your blood, and this one, swirls down. Again, it's moving around on the ice ramp quite quickly. It's amazing. It's just creating this freezing ramp of ice, condensing it from the very air beneath it somehow. And it chomps on your leg, and you feel your leg go completely stiff.
Does that mean that I'm hindered in my attacks, or not yet?
Or do you have any of your ability 0?
No.
Then you're not hindered yet.
Okay.
Okay. Well, then it is now Chowry's turn.
I would like to use my a cipher, which is the sleeper spray. But can I combine that with an action, which would be to run away as quickly as possible as soon as I release the spray?
I mean, you can spray and move away, but you'll still be in immediate distance.
Is Zygor a living creature?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He's definitely a living creature.
So, might not be a great idea then if we all fall asleep.
No.
It would all depend on who woke up first. In which case, I think I will use my. I've got my bow in my hand, haven't I? So
Yeah.
it'll have to be the bow, really. I think.
Okay.
Which is the nearest creature? Oh, that one right in front of me.
The one that's chomping at you?
Yeah. So I'll fire my bow at the creature then.
Okay. Yeah.
Here we go.
Difficulty 3.
Difficulty 3.
Don't forget, you guys can spend experience points for stuff.
Damage 4.
All right, excellent. And so you are successful as your bow sends a bolt in between the soft underbelly, and between it and right before it sort of forms an ice ring to try to block you. It screams in agony, and I think it's actually it buzzes in agony, loud succumb. All right, great, Zygor.
Okay. I'm gonna run over here behind Chowry. I'm gonna scan the creature.
Okay.
I'm gonna use an action. 2 intellect points. And then I'm going to back up a little bit. If I can.
All right. So let's see. Your scan recognizes this thing as alive. It's a biological organism. It somehow you realize it's exuding some kind of freezing cold from its lower body. It has some sort of vents on the bottom that it's using it with. It is a level 3 creature, but because it's so fast when it attacks, like I said, it's speed defense 4. Its ice lanes are level 3.
Okay.
Am I doing?
That's why my level 5 grenade was able to break it, right?
Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So it's definitely level 3. Level difficult it is. Feels like matter and energy. Yeah. So like matter and energy. This is all pure ice. This stuff, everything here seems natural. The ice seems natural. So to make clear, it is making ice. It's not some sort of freakish thing. But you do realize.
You know, you can tell me later, but I would also give a little scan to Chowry in the process.
Oh, right.
You do what?
Right. Of course. Of course. It's very small testicles.
They're quite small.
It's not how big they are. It's what you do with them.
All right, cool. All right, so that's what you do there. And then Brunhilde, you are in a desperate mortal battle with these creatures. One of them is on the, one of them is starting to bit you from the ground, but you can feel the freezing cold around it. And you're going to, at the end of this round, you take 2 points of night damage for the freezing cold. You can see now that it's like almost exuding freezing cold, frosty air out from the bottom of its body.
Okay. Again in frenzy, and 1 intellect for this.
Oh yeah.
Might now. Okay. I gotta. Is there there is not an opportunity attack in this one, right?
No, there's no opportunity to attack yet. It's just. Yeah.
Okay, so just move a little bit far from this one, and hit it, smash the fuck out of this one.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you're not gonna use 1 effort.
Okay. Difficulty 3 again.
Okay, no, I'm gonna spend. I gotta spend. Oh no. I gotta spend 1 XP.
You really
roll
roll
this. Why?
on average, you roll bad.
Thank you,
Oh.
thank you, universe. Oh, for God's sake, always with me.
Well, now with an 18 with that kind of damage, yeah, you get +2 damage. I mean, you're gonna smash the thing. at this point. So this thing definitely just, there's no way it can survive your mighty. But regardless, please take one additional point of light damage because you're freezing.
Okay.
So Weaver 2. Alright.
Do we not roll initiative again?
No,
Oh, poo.
that's not the way that works.
Damn.
If this one doesn't like what it's seeing, it's enough to know that you're dangerous prey, and so it sees Zygo over here, and it starts skimming. Oh, actually, yeah, and it starts. Yeah, this was the other one that was on the ground. Yeah, and it's high above you, Zybor, when it comes and it tries to take a bite out of you. You're going to have to roll me a speed defense task level 4. And so, the creature, whips around you, back up above you, very quickly. It kind of like dives towards you on its ice ramp, and it comes back up above you. So you can't actually reach it with the melee attack that's above you. Like, it just comes by, it swoops, tries to bite, and it comes.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't want to.
All right. So it missed. So Ice Weaver number 4 is going to look at Chowry, and it wants to Chowry all over again. Chowry, give me a level 4 speed defense task as this thing swirls around you on its ice ramp and dives towards you. Like, going over the edge of a roller coaster and starts sliding towards you.
Woo!
Excellent shot. Okay, so this thing, kind of goes around you and tries to bite you and misses. Chowry, go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to use the bow on this one again. Damage 4.
You know what? All right, you are able to kill this thing.
Woo-hoo! So it's only Zygor that hasn't killed his. What a wuss.
I damaged those 2 that Yuri went up and finished off.
Yuri, do you want an experience point?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, indeed. Oh my. If I want to... You know what? We still have half an hour for the game. Why not? One XP can hurt anyone. Bring it on.
Okay, so I'm going to bring it to you when it comes to your turn, right? Okay, so Zygor, this creature is trying to choke you. It's swirling around you, and now it's also it seems almost to be trying to create some kind of ice net around you. You know what I mean? Like, it's swirling around you, trying to encase you in spiral ice.
I'm gonna try to persuade it not to attack me. Can I do
You're
that?
going to do that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my ability called Ending Conflicts. It says Zygor is good at diffusing hostile situations.
I don't think this.
I'm just gonna say, like, those 2 look a little more tastier than me.
Oh,
Especially her. She looks much more plump and delicious than I
Look how
do.
much meat her have.
No?
I don't think it's gonna understand you.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna run. towards Broomhilda.
Yeah, okay. All right.
No, I'm gonna run behind Chower.
Oh, shit. Thanks. What was wrong with Broomhilda? There's more of her to hide behind.
No problem. And so what's going to happen, Hilda, that was you. Um, although you're running, let's give this. Okay, Brunhilda, what do you want to do? What were you planning on doing?
I was planning to go after the last one, and kill it.
Okay, well that is fine because what happens is that I need you to give me a difficulty 4 speed defense task.
Okay. I failed.
You will take 1 additional point of light damage as you
Okay.
slip on the surface here, and then you are also prone and stunned for this round.
Oh no, my back hurt.
So this creature goes by and it sees you, Chowry. Actually, yeah. So what's gonna happen here? You're gonna do 1, 2 is Brownhilda, 3, 4 is Chowry, 5, 6 is Igor. For a crazy reason, it
Fucking Zygor.
comes up. It comes up here and it wants to chew on you. Zygor, I don't know if you took. You should have taken 1 light damage for being near it the last time. You're gonna do another damage here as it gets close to you. Yeah, it's gonna try and challenge again. So give me another difficulty 4 speed test.
I was going to say Beng Ferto. I've forgotten what it means in English. Serves you right.
It chomps on you, Zygor. And
If I added effort to that, would it pass?
I mean, if you would have added effort, it's a so wait a minute. Wait a minute. Difficulty 4 beats TN 12. Maybe I'm. Yeah, you rolled 11. Well, you would have. If you would have added effort, it would have taken it down. It would have been difficulty 3.
So you got to do that pre.
Yeah, in the little action box. Right?
Okay.
Is that what you wanted to do?
No. I mean, I only want to do it now because I know it would manipulate the roll. But next time, I know.
Yeah, next
for
time.
the future, it's pre. Okay.
Yeah. That's when you fill out that action box and you make a decision about how to use it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and so freezing cold, you take 4 points of speed damage again as this. It's like someone is injecting ice into your veins, and your muscles just completely cramp up.
I do not like
This
it.
Ice Weaver is dead. Chowry.
Another bow, I suppose, into this one.
Yeah.
Oh.
A GM intrusion. Why?
Intrusion.
Look at that. Oh, by the way, Brunhilda, before I fucked up here, I didn't. Give me a second here. I messed up something. So Brunhilda, you got a.
Oh, already took 1.
Oh, you already took it. Oh,
Yeah.
crap.
No, it's okay. I can take away.
Yeah, take away and
Okay.
give it to somebody else. Actually.
To Zygor for his efforts helping me.
Nice. So I can level up next time, right?
Yes, you can make an advancement in your tier.
Oh, man, I accepted that trade,
You should trade him. You should have just gotten something, right?
yeah.
Okay, good. So yeah, Chowry. So we're gonna try this out to get a.
Can I just point out, I was told that we would be fighting an ice monster, not 4.
Yes, you can. You can. But I don't think it's gonna have
One card.
I feel-
effect.
To
I feel
Chowry,
cheated.
and then deal. So when you
Oh,
get
what's
there.
this?
Oh shit! I'm stealing the cards.
Oh, hang on. Ah,
What's it say?
the character's blow was well struck. So well struck that her weapon is embedded deep in her foe or tangled in its clothing or armor. It's pulled free from it. Well, it was a bow, though. And
Well,
to
I mean-
regain
The bow is frozen inside of the ice ramp.
That's alright, I don't want it back. Oh, the bow itself.
The
Not just
bow.
the arrow.
So
bow.
you've been disarmed.
Oh, well, I've got a sword. Can I draw my sword?
Might be a good time to use it. Zygor.
Zygor is gonna run over and help get Broomhilda up.
Okay. All right. So he takes his action, and he's going to try and. I'm just going to say that you get her up. You just take your
Can I
action and
use,
you get
like-
her.
Can I use like hedge magic to maybe snap her out of it?
Yeah, you could.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Temporarily to change the bait flow of the air. People see a small area broken. So probably, you kind of make a loud noise, and it's a cantrip essentially. It's your
Yeah,
classic
mhm.
prestige.
She's not exactly a small object, though, is she?
No, I'm not trying to.
Are you saying that I'm
manipulate her
fat?
with it. I'm
Is that what I'm
trying to
saying?
wake her
Her
up.
brain might be. Her brain might be a small object.
So she's up. So you've helped her. She's up. You are no longer prone dazed as some strange twinkling sounds and the smell of ammonia wake you up. You see
thank you, Zygor.
Zygor looking at you.
Kill him.
Uh,
Kill it.
I thank Zygor and I'll make a little. I battle him a little bit him in the head.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Kill it.
Can I kill it now?
It's your
Go
turn,
ahead.
right?
Yeah, just say. Just asking Kai. Can I go kill it?
You can go kill it. Yeah, I said you were
Okay.
now helped.
Please do.
Excuse me, gentlemen, while I fuck up this thing. Wait a minute.
Oh, up. Fuck up. Okay.
Excellent. Yeah,
Voila.
damage 7. It is a brutal attack. By the way, you moved. Then did you use your points? Oh no, it's 10 feet. It's 10 feet. Yeah. It's okay. It's fine. I was misreading the distance. Yeah, you squeeze this. You squeeze this thing for 7 points. Again, your axe digs deep into its flesh. By the way, Chowry, you should take 1 point of fight damage for cold.
Might.
Yeah. At Brunhilde, you also take another point of fight damage.
Okay, you might, right?
Yeah, might. It turns around, it swirls on its ice bridge around you, and it comes. Oh, you know what? Brunhilde, I fucked up. Brunhilde, wait a minute. You cannot reach it to attack unless you try and climb the elevated, slippery ice lane, which is a difficulty 6 might task, because it's too high above when it's doing its weird attacks.
Can she
It's
jump
so-
and chop at the ice bridge to bring the creature down?
She could,
Well, okay. Like,
and that was a difficult. So you can say that was a difficulty 3 attack on the ice bridge.
Okay.
And breaking the ice bridge would bring the creature down. I'm sorry, I forgot about that because Yuri
It's okay.
was normally attacking the creatures of the ground, and Michael was attacking with a ranged. My apologies. Yeah. Just so you know. It's like that. Okay, yeah, so basically, you do not hit the creature, but you have hit its ice thing, and it tumbles, it tumbles down.
Okay, let me see if I have anything to make an extra attack. Oh, no. Yep. Nope.
Okay, and then make sure you take a point of light damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Alright,
then Chauri.
Okay, I'm going to take my broadsword. Have a
Yes.
go at it with my broadsword.
Yes.
Ooh, damage 4.
Excellent. Yeah, you definitely do damage to this. Now you impale this thing with the broadsword, and of course it's freezing cold, frost up the broadsword everywhere around. This whole area is filled with its condensed freezing vapor, and take a point of damage. All right.
Take a what?
Another point of light damage.
Okay.
Zybor.
I think these two pretty much have it handled. I'm going to just hold an action, I guess.
I don't feel we have it handled.
Zygor holds action.
Yeah, I don't have any weapons.
What?
So there's nothing I can do.
What might your action be?
Can you not just shout abuse at it or something?
It's not
Okay,
really his
I'm
style.
gonna...
He's cheerful.
It's my turn
Then
now?
it's Brunhilde. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Same. Just hit the shit. A success? Wow. 4. Okay, this game is after me.
Okay.
Seriously.
Yeah, okay. You've taken this thing down for 7 damage, and you definitely kill this thing. You're going to take 1 point of my damage again now as this icy cold blood bursts, and it like explodes almost, and this condensed vapor, freezing steam that frosts your face over as it dies.
Do they all die that way? Or can we harvest at least one creature's cold gland?
Yeah, by explosion, I don't mean they like blow up. But by explosion, I mean it's like when they die, they have this huge release of their freezing cold.
Okay.
Oh, blood
Can we
pressure,
get
okay.
can we get the spotty teenager to come and help drag them back?
I didn't mean that they shatter.
Okay.
It just heaps
Like
of
it
stuff.
exhales.
Yeah. It exhales this massive plume of freezing cold. That's the last bit of cold damage it does. So that means both Michael and Broomhilda take another point of might damage.
Great.
Okay.
You should. It was on your round. I'm sorry. And Hilda takes it at the end. You're going to move out of there for ignore that last one. Cinematically, it's freezing and and that's it. Okay, so that's the end of that. So as you're huffing and puffing, you look around at the walls here, and you can see that there are frozen skeletons, frozen pieces of black tusk encased in the walls along the sides here of this cave.
Mm-hmm.
A black tusk, frozen black tusk is valuable.
Well, the locals seem to like it.
Can we try to
Oh, so it's like
Yeah.
frozen peas.
Can I try to break the ice and take one of the black dust to see if they are usable?
Can we
Yeah, you guys.
harvest
Yeah,
one of
go
the
ahead.
ice glands from the creatures?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, you can try and chop it apart. I mean, biology is pretty weird. You can.
I mean, I did that scan on it, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm saying it's still freaky weird biology. I mean, you kind of get a sense. You know. So yeah, you guys can try and chop it apart. I'm gonna say that's like I'm gonna say that's almost to get that done right. It's this weird.
Can we go back and get the spotty guards to help us?
You could. I mean, later. I mean, to chop it apart or to.
Well, I don't know what they might want to do something with these ice creatures. Stick them on poles or something.
I want to harvest the ice gland.
Yeah, no, I understand. So I'm going to say that doing that will be a. How about we make that an intelligence check, difficulty 3, to get it out with successfully? Is that up to you?
Okay. So is that assets where I put the effort?
No. There's a
bonus.
Roll effort, isn't it? Roll effort.
See how there's in your character sheet. There's a thing that says effort, Anthony, in that little box.
Yeah. But where do I toggle it in the actions before I roll to add it to my effort?
Roll effort.
There it is. I got it.
Got it.
Yep. Fail.
Oh.
No, it didn't roll. Hold up now. Let me look up your character sheet. There's something's happening. It's funny there. Character sheet, you have difficulty 3. So then roll effort is 1, not damage effort. That's 0. You don't have an asset. You don't have a bonus. There's no additional cost. So in this case, you're going to make a intellect task.
Okay.
Like that. And then apply the cost. I'm going to click on it. It's going to automatically subtract 2. Like that. Yeah.
Okay.
So, it's because usually like this.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, and it normally would cost 3, but you have edge. That's where the -1 comes in.
Okay.
Right.
Cool.
The -1 at the bottom reduces the cost of you using it. Now, in this case, it's a roll. So I'm going to say normally the 19. So I'm going to say you actually were able to get successfully get 3 of these glands for all the creatures, right?
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, so you get 3 of these weird, gigantic, gross, freaking. You're not really sure they work. So I'm going to say I'm going to call them like. They're almost like eodium, which is materials. I'll get to that in a second. Make a note that you've gathered 3 glands. I'm going to treat them like eodium for weird stuff later. Is there anything
what you doing with those, Robot Ed?
I'm constructing a weapon, a device.
Ooh. Fascinating.
So, yeah, because normally what you did there is a way I wouldn't call it salvaging Numenera, because that's a very particular thing. It's like, it depends what you're going to do with these, but they may not last forever. So something.
Is there
any
any
like a biological bomb, right? If I just throw it at it like an ice grenade, if it bursts, maybe it'll have the same effect it has on the creature.
See, that's okay. I gotta think about how the rulings, because if this is
there any Numenera in this cave? Can I roll this?
You'd have to look around. So Zygor, that would actually be, and you might need someone's help. Who has understanding Numenera? You have understanding Numenera, Anthony. You're trained in it.
Yeah,
okay, so that's a good thing.
No.
See, what you actually would need to make that normally work is a right. They're the ones who actually build things. They're the real tinkerers. So
And I have a bag of tools too. I have a bag of tools too. Do you hear me?
yeah, I heard you. Okay, all right. Let me think about how we're going to do that. Because that's not normal Numenera rules, because this is a monster and not actual tech. But understanding Numenera, I'm going to say that allows you to.
I don't know what that role means.
No, you think that you get a sense of what Zygor wants, and you think that you can help him do something with it. The problem is, of course, it's no longer living. Right? So you might be able to harvest some material out of these creatures and turn it into a simple one-use object. Again, a simple Numenera.
Can I roll salvaging Numenera?
Yes. Why don't you roll me a salvaging Numenera?
Huh. That didn't go how I expected.
Yeah, you're not really sure how you're going to build this, but you think maybe you can. So I'm going to put that on the side as maybe this is you just looking around at the creature's biological weirdness, and you're not really sure about that. Although you're a hunter, so you have some ideas. So if you guys are going to want to find any Numenera in here, like actually searching for it. By the way, crafting, these are the rules for crafting, but
Cool.
it depends on what you're trying to build. So we're going to look at that later, which I think would be like a common Numenera item, something like that is what we're looking for. Difficulty 5 to make it work, but not right now.
Okay.
It'll take a while for you to sit down and figure out how to make it. But I'm going to say, okay. So
I do have a crafting Numenera skill,
yes,
but
and
my level
that,
is inability.
that's when each of you are going to help each other, and you're going to try and make something out of that device. You could try and make what Anthony wants, which is a freezing
Grenade.
So I think
nice
that's
grenade.
an ice grenade. I think that's how it's going to work. And so you guys look around, and there. I'm going to make this quick. If you look around looking for things, you're actually going to find 2 Numenera. Yeah. 2 Numenera. And then I'm going to deal it to Shelby.
I missed that. What was that?
Card. You should have got a new card.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Deal. Shelby.
Okay.
What's the new one that you got?
Weapon. It doesn't just say weapon.
Yeah, but then you got a new power.
Oh. Hang on.
Is it the growth stimulator, the repair unit, or did you already have that one?
Hang on. It's why can't I I'm struggling to open this up. Why is that?
Maybe it's a little slow.
Hang on.
And you guys have to make notes of which one of the, because I've given you cards and you have to choose which one of the crazy Numeneras. Whatever the last one was, that's what you get. You get both of those things, right?
So is that just for Mike, or is that for the party?
For the party, Mike has it now. Mike can give it to people as they wish.
For some reason, it won't. What's going on? Here we go. Right. Oh, okay. weapon. Oh. Well, I've got two cards. One is one says weapon, and there's a woman holding an interesting weapon.
Yeah, yes, exactly. So they're two weapon-shaped things, but what?
Yeah, the other weapon is like
Yeah, but look underneath it. The cipher powers, Michael.
cipher powers.
There's like multiple different kinds of sections of cards.
Oh, cipher.
Yeah, you've had those
got
for a while. I gave them to you. Do you not remember?
Yeah, well, I had the ray emitter.
Yeah.
And the sleeper spray, which I still have.
And then you have the gravity dampener or the tether?
Actually, the tether is with me. He gave me a sections ago.
Because I had to choose.
Okay, and so then you get the
stimulation repair unit.
And you get those two things. Level 1 D10, roll me two separate D10s.
2 D10s. So, no, sir. It's slash R D10 there.
The growth is a level 7. Okay, roll me another D10.
Oops. I've lost the ability to type.
Holy shit. Then your repair unit is a level 8. There you go.
Wow. That's like Jack and the Beanstalk.
It seems that there are... This is somewhere in the back of the cave, and there were... there was a skeleton. A maybe human-ish, humanoid-looking creature. And the reason you could see it is because the repair unit had a blinking light, and you could still see it blinking underneath the ice.
But does this mean I have to give up either the remote viewer, ray emitter, or sleeper spray?
It is a situation where you can give these things to other people, or there are consequences for having too many of these on your person after 24 hours.
So, guys, look what I've found here. I've got growth stimulated, which is clearly, obviously, a growth stimulator. I reckon if I touch this to a plant, the plant will grow to 10 times its normal full-grown size in 10 minutes, if I judge it correctly. And also, look what I found. I found a repair unit, which will become a multi-armed sphere that floats. It repairs one designated Numenera device of a level equal or less to its own that has been damaged but not destroyed. The repair unit can even create spare parts, unless the GM rules that the parts are too specialized or rare, in which case the unit repairs the device entirely except for the specialized part. What do you think?
Would you guys mind if I take them both?
9.
Do you have
9.
space?
I would have 2, and that's my limit. And those have no
3,
use for
but
me.
I used 2 of them, so they're done, right?
Yeah, they're gone.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Feel free.
I can hold 3.
I'm still dragging around this bleeding ray emitter.
I don't even know how to take it away from you. I have to figure out how to take it off your character, but I'll do that.
I think I can make some magic happen in the village if I have the growth stimulator.
This is true.
already enthralled with me. This would solidify.
Absolutely. I mean,
He wants to be a bleeding god, he does.
you could make a. Well,
I just want to show the people that what they're doing.
yeah, you're a mighty power. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, it's a good call. Okay, guys. I am going to call. Mike and I are back to school. I got actually have 8 o'clock class.
Yeah.
Okay.
So- Can I level, Kai?
You have enough experience points
I have 4.
to level. So what does that mean? You have to buy stuff. So let's go back to the how do we level? How the heck is it?
By the way, did we got any more XP? For finishing off 4 of this.
Having done this, you feel will probably really, really, really impress the town. So you don't get XP for like killing monsters.
But we do XP for doing a beautiful job.
Do,
Good job.
but
Why do you get XP for killing monsters?
A solid roleplay with accent and etc.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Actually, I should be giving you guys XP just for finishing stuff. So actually, I forget. There must be some.
Adventures
I
down with glory.
must be actually forgetting. You guys should be getting XP just for adventures. I forget what the rules are for that. I'll assume that how many total adventures have we had so far?
We had. And this is welcome. This one
I think
shot.
I've been
That's
in
the
3.
second fight.
I've
Yeah,
been in
so-
3 games.
Because the last time it's really the story says, like, I'm just looking at the story and it suggests that you to give XP for things. That's really what I'm paying attention to. Give me my I think I look at something else here. Because the information. 6 XP is supposed to give you precision. I'm trying to play it by the book. So, God damn it.
Yeah, where's the thing where you buy your
So
you
for you guys to buy to spend XP, you spend 4 XP on a character advancement, which is 1 step towards the next tier. Now, what's your character advancement? The character advancement is you look at your character. Have the thing here.
I
You
can't
have
find
no,
it.
here's the advancement thing. Here it is. So here it is. You know, yeah. So you can spend 4 points to increase a capability. You gain 4 new points to add to your stat pool. You spend 4 points to add 1 light edge, speed edge, or intellect edge. Another edge. You increase the edge from 1 to 2, whatever. You can increase your effort score by 1, or you can choose a new skill. Or you can do these other things at the bottom.
Each of these cost
4. So essentially, you have to spend 16 experience points to level. That's really what it means.
Good.
So it's not 4 experience points we need. We need 16.
Yeah, but you need to buy the different character. You have to buy 4 character advancements. You can only buy them once each as you're leveling up per tier. So you can only buy increasing capabilities once, and then you buy moving towards perfection, and then you buy extra effort, for example, and then you can buy a skill.
Okay,
Or you can
for tier 1, advance 1, I need to spend 4 experience points.
Yes, and you can choose from any one of those character advancement options.
Okay.
Yeah, and you may be needing more. Let me just research that. I may have to give you more experience. I probably do. Sorry, I haven't been thinking about that. But just remember, essentially it takes 16 experience points for you to level.
I think you should get an experience point for every creature you kill, not for every creature you weaken.
Mike, you're one of those fucking kill thieves, aren't you? You're one of those guys who runs in at the end of an MMO, hits the dude once, and like, I did it, I killed him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I fucking
didn't.
hate you guys.
It was all me. It was all me. I did it all.
You guys
I did
suck.
everything.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
All right.
Yeah. Because really, I could have done. I could have given you more intrusions. So maybe that's something I could have done. Because it's really a lot of the way you guys actually get experience points is for just accepting the intrusions. So it's my fault I didn't give you more intrusions. I should have given you like multiple intrusions today. So that's my bad. I should have thought about that.
Okay.
That's okay. We didn't have a lot of situations that we could have intrusion. Most of it today was just rolling playing.
I guess I'm gonna choose.
I was intruded. Oh, do I get my bow back? Now it's dead.
Yes, you can get your bow back now. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, that's now that it's over, you can clearly get it back.
Remove it from its body.
Unless you want to take 2 experience points and give an intrusion that it's damaged. I mean, you get an experience point. You give someone else an experience point.
How many experience points do I get?
You get 1 experience point. You give someone else an experience point.
I give up the bow for 1 experience point.
I just say the bow's damaged. So you'll be hindered when using it.
You can still use a cipher to fix it.
You don't have to accept it.
No, I think I'll keep the bow.
Hey, Mike, could you give me that card? Or Kai, could you steal that card from Mike and give it to me?
Yeah, I'm trying to steal it. It's like it's not letting me steal it.
That's because Mike's going to accept the fucking steal. Yeah, he's probably denying it every time.
How do I do that?
As soon as he does it, he'll
yeah, I got it.
Go. Yeah, see, like
you
I
got
just
it?
did.
And then, how do I give it to you, Anthony?
All right, which card is it? Let me look at your card.
It just came. It's like you. It's there.
Okay, there it is. I got you.
Oh, right click, take card.
Oh, take the card. It's my fault. So I took. I should have let you take the card. I'm an idiot. Now, how do I give it to you? I say, Anthony, you can steal from me, can't you?
We can't steal from the DM. I don't think.
They're giving it to you. Accept the trade.
Yeah. All right.
Accept trade. Yeah. Good. And Michael left because he's. Sorry.
Did I? Have I gone?
Oh, it's like you. It's just that you.
Turn off the
it doesn't matter.
No,
there you go. Okay.
I think I clicked on something accidentally.
To give Anthony the form of the just kind of weird ray type thing. It doesn't matter.
All right, cool. So we're done?
Yeah, we're done. Sorry, I'll look to see if I owe you any more XP.